going on, nerds? Today I'm playing a very interesting control-based Charizard list to a tournament online. So this list is based around Amulet of Hope, which if Pokemon's attached to is knocked out, then you get to search out any 3 cards. And that allows me to search out a lot of control tools. Now, of course, it has to be knocked out by damage, so people could try to get around it by dusting or using dust cloths or damaging the bench or something. Which is why it's very good that I play 3 Budew, and therefore I'm item locking my opponent simultaneously. Which definitely makes it a lot harder for them to do anything. So then that's control tools I search out are like Grabber, Meddling Memo. So yeah, get a Pokemon, put it on the bottom of your deck, Meddling Memo. Make some count number of cards in your hand and put it on the bottom and then draw that many. But before I use that, I'm generally using Xerosic, which puts them to a 3-card hand. They keep their 3 best cards, then the 3 best cards go on the bottom of their deck. And they draw 3 new, most likely weak cards. Which is huge. And round 1 has begun. The other one is a glitch tournament. The other one that's set up, but I already did that stream. And it looks as if I'm fighting Terrapagos. It does have Brute Bonding. Okay, it's Cloth Terrapagos. It looks like what I'm fighting. This, in theory, should be an alright matchup. It's not like an auto win or anything, but I think Cloth should be pretty good. I accept his friend request. Now, I'm assuming I'm going to have to restart my game. No, actually, maybe not. Chris Scissor. Then, challenge. Good luck. Alright, let's do this. Let's win it all. Welcome, duels. Do I want to go first? No. Because I want to get an early Budew. Doop. Okay, and there we go. Let's hope this game 1 goes well. Waiting for my opponent to finish setting up. And they start with Boof. Hello, welcome, Woffs. You know, that's really weird. OBS shows me as having 0 viewers right now. But you're here, Woffs. Therefore, I know I have at least 1 viewer, and OBS is just glitching out. So, interesting. Phanerotom. He's pretty set up. Bouffalin's actually kind of annoying, because it means that actually Budew does no damage, and I kind of like Budew damage. But I still feel like Cloth Terrapagos is... Oh, wait! It's Cloth. I'm an idiot. My car's playing a Phanerotom with Cloth. It's weird. Wait. He doesn't play Petrant. Never mind. No, he does play Petrant. I'm an idiot. He could donk me. Okay, he doesn't donk me. But yeah, I forgot. I'm fighting a Cloth deck, so I definitely need to bench something else. So that was just a mistake. But, never punish, right? I kind of want to item lock him here. We'll see. Yeah, I feel like item locking him is pretty strong. Sure, it doesn't do any damage. Which I guess is actually annoying. But also just gives me time to set up. First of all, Poffin for sure. I don't know if I need another Mander. He doesn't like fly Dusknoir or anything, so I probably don't need another one. I think I want to be taking the first prize. And there's only one really feasible way to go about doing that. Oh wait, Energy Search there, I'm just blind. And Amulet. So I will be Budewing. I essentially want to take the first 2-prize KO this game. If I take the first 2-prize KO, I probably just win. So that's going to be my focus. And in order to do that, I'm going to start out by just slowing my opponent down with Budew. It won't actually do any damage, but that's okay. Oh, the chat is glitched out. OBS won't work for me because my PC gives me an error every time I try to use it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's tough because OBS is the best software to use for streaming. Alright, he doesn't evolve a Noctowl. He does play a Penny. It's possible he starts out Penny. The good thing, he can't Prime Catcher or anything, but he can Penny, if you would like. Although I'm not particularly worried. If he's hitting into Amulet, I think I'm good. Like, I'm generally happy if he's hitting straight into my Amulet. Also, he evolved up his Noctowl, which actually is quite relevant, just the fact that he evolved it up. Because that means its ability's been used. He got that, and that's okay. He's bossing. Is he just going to stall? Okay. Interesting. I mean, it will require me to Iono because he did that. But I feel like it's so likely I find when I need off Iono, and even if I don't, I'm not particularly worried. He also doesn't have another Hoot down. I'm actually somewhat surprised. I think I just attack, though, because Karapagos can't even one-hit his Zard. So, if I just kill Bouffalant, this seems fine. I mean, I'm not particularly happy with my setup. But as long as Bouffalant just dies here, it, like, doesn't seem like it matters that my setup's as bad as it is. Especially because my opponent's setup is likely worse. More Pokemon. He does play one Dusknoir. Like, 1/1/1 line of Dusknoir. But I don't think I need to worry about that. Bro's trying to hold on to Zard like he taught to fly. Arven Zard, play something else. Well, the good thing is I've been switching up my list. I can play something else, and I definitely will. There's a long period where I played Mew a while ago. But definitely, it's because I am testing, essentially for Atlanta Regional, way ahead of time, because this is a very small list. The good thing is, this list is a lot more interesting than, like, regular Zard. So, at least that's good. But yeah, I'm doing well, JDX. Brings up Pidgey. Jeez. Well, he doesn't go ahead on prizes, but interesting. Iono. Very interesting. Find me a boss's orders or Rare Candy Pidgeot. I mean, Lumineon is kind of that. It is that, actually. Lumineon is what I'm looking for, I guess. It's what I was looking for, presented in a different way, I guess. I think I chased a Duskull. Luminous Sign, just for a boss's orders on the Duskull. Ba-doop. He does play Thorton, but I'm not particularly worried about it. Patching Fan's kind of funny. I want to Ultra Ball for Charmeleon or something, but I don't think it's worth it, so just knock out. Ew, the Greninja Boy stream? Jeez, you made me sneeze, Dr. Alfred. I'm gonna stop teching for everything. I played this to a League Cup with over 40 players yesterday and got second. So maybe teching for everything works. Have you ever heard of a player named Tord Redcliffe? But yeah. I actually, probably, I mean, this round's not going to finish fast, so I might, talk about my matches at the Cup. It was a 6-round League Cup with over 40 players, and I ended up losing in finals. Although, I was fighting a really unusual Dragapult list that also had control things. And also, I just didn't play optimally, because that was my first time ever playing the deck to a Cup. But my goodness, is it fun. And definitely the thumbnail does show how many techs it has. Which is a lot. We didn't tech for our playtest I beat you in. You did not beat me in the playtest. I 2-0'd you, Dr. Alfred. Skill issue, exactly. Quick search. Bro, Dr. Alfred, okay. Nerd. Oh, I should probably turn down the audio of live a little bit. I had it up higher, I think, for a little bit. Just because last stream was crazy, it was technical issues, and I was literally in a Discord call with the tournament organizer. But probably you don't need to hear the weirdest tinkling of the colorless. It's lame. Also, did they actually make it so you could turn off board sound effects? Disable. Nope, that's not it. Where do I put this? Do I just give it to the Bouffalant? Or do I give it to this? Or I give it to the Bouffalant. No, I'll give it to the Bouffalant. I want to trap Bouffalant later, maybe. Let's give it to the Bouffalant. It was 1-1. You didn't because of the mistake that would have been DPG is in fact the correct play. Well, you still forgot to take your prize until later on. Like, but it's whatever. Alright, Ultra Ball. But you also we did that whole game wrong, to be fair. So the entire rest of the game was just technically messed up. Because apparently we didn't understand how Blissey EX's draw worked along with prizes. You and you, I guess. Is there any fire energy in deck is another question. There's one. That is enough. More candy to Zard. True. And Infernoran. And I can Arven. What do I Arven for? Huh. There's so many fun options. Grabber's fun. Countercatcher's fun as well. I feel like Grabber is the most likely to hurt his consistency. So I'm gonna Grabber him. Hey, what's in your hand? Okay. That's good to know he has access to, actually. I'm glad to know he has Briar. Briar, Penny, Area 0. I kind of forgot that he probably played Briar. He's gonna have to quick search for a double turbo, which is good. Because I can shove it back to his bench. Briar's actually somewhat annoying. Let's see. Yeah, he can like Prime Catcher and Briar and cause me problems. What's my best way of dealing with this Briar? Also, wait. He had no Pokemon in hand. He has to get more Pokemon on the bench and get an energy. Because currently he's not knocking me out. He had a top deck a way to get more Pokemon, now that I think about it. Because his hand had no Pokemon, and currently I would be surviving with 10 HP if he does not have the KO. And that 10 HP survival could be vital. Penny. Sure. Assuming you're not taking a knockout if you're pennying, though. So it's fine with me. Poison. Oh yeah, actually Poison would allow Terrapagos to finish me off. It's true. This is actually somewhat sketchy. Like, I actually could lose this due to the Briar. Thankfully, I get to move another energy off of him. Some more on the Buffalont. Let's see. I could also just bring up Budew, honestly. Itchy Pollen seems alright here. Because if I can force him to hit an Amulet, I can use my own Briar, which is kind of funny. And, oh, Thornton's actually pretty good. He cannot just knock out a Zard, so I can actually just remove Lumineon from play, and then I'm golden. I was, like, kind of worried about stuff. But yeah, just be able to remove my own Lumineon means I don't even have to worry about a Briar play anymore. Because Briar requires him to still be able to KO me. And he's not KOing a 2-prizer. Therefore, Briar's not doing much for him, at least not yet. So I can just do this and be fine. And take 2 prizes. There's a Forest Stone in there. But of course, I had to Thornton my guy away. Alright, let's see. You know, hitting with Buffalont would be kind of funny. But also, it, like, has reduced by 40 damage is kind of crazy. Gets Baby Patch. The good thing is, if I take a 1-prize knockout, he still can't Briar. So no matter what, he most likely can't Briar. Unless, I guess, he retreats to Pidgeot EX. Because that does survive Zard for a turn. And just a turn of survival is enough to possibly cause me problems. But he's going to have to bring the Pidgeot into the active if he wants to do anything relevant. Otherwise, he's cooked. But yeah, if he retreats the Pidgeot, he could technically buy a turn. Because it does barely thrive. And then I have to, like, retreat into Budew and say, hey, I trust that you're going to go after my Budew. Although if he kills Budew with Poison, also doesn't activate Amulet, which is sketchy as well. This is imperfect, but winnable. Thornton. You cannot both Thorton and Briar, so I'm not particularly worried about Thorton. You could Thorton a Bouffalon into some kind of attacker, technically, if you wanted. Fan Rotom in a second Bouffalon. Oh, interesting. Now Terapagos actually does survive Zard for a turn. That's scary. Somewhat. Also... No, he just hits me with Bouffalon. Okay, I should win now. I mean, technically KOing me could still prove at least somewhat problematic. Oh, Arven makes it so most likely doesn't prove problematic. Thank goodness. Lumineon, a fire, and a fire. Right? I guess I need the Zard, but I don't... I need the energy more. It's a little sketchy. Arven can definitely just nest ball me for the Lumineon now. Or even an Ultra Ball for Lumineon for another Twitter next turn. The reason is I essentially just need next turn to guarantee myself an attack. Actually, Night Stretcher alone is enough, unless he Ionos me. Which he could technically Iono me, hit with Terapagos, and cause me some kind of problems. With that Ultra Ball, I lose the Forest Hill Stone too, so I can't do that. I think Night Stretcher is the best target here. But honestly, I should have waited a turn to use the Arven, maybe. Although I guess it's fine. And then I'll just Burning Darkness. Anything relevant? I do not play Relor, no. Relor's cool, but the reason I don't play Relor is I realize it's just not a super consistent build to have Evo TM, so I prefer the Amulet. Poison pings me. If he can fill his bench, he can technically KO me. But my expectation is that he could not both fill his bench and Iono me. So. But that could be wrong. It's just what I expect. He can't both... He does not have both a bench full and an Iono play. Arven. There we go, it's not an Iono, and he does not play Unfair Stamp as his ace spec, obviously. He plays Prime Catcher. Wish I had access to PTCGL. The game can't run on Chromebook and crash my PC, and real PC might be a problem. Yeah. Well, also, live is just a pain. Like, I can't run it on mobile without it glitching just horribly. I can, like, start it, but I just can't really play a game on mobile. I mean, on internet sometimes, but I'm off internet and trying to play live on mobile, it just will not function. Like, there's one time I was, like, trying to... On my way to Orlando Regionals. Playing on live. Playing, I think, Tina V-Star or something. I don't know why I was testing Tina, but I think I was for some reason. Or maybe it was a different Regionals. I did used to actually play Tina to a Regional a long time ago, but I don't think live existed then. But I think I was playing Tina, anyway. I think it was on the way home is why. And I tried to retreat Tina V because I have game in hand, basically a donk. Retreat Tina V, and it turns out that the game froze. Tina V is now just stuck flying in the air and will not move until my opponent takes a knockout. So I lost that game. I do another game. Exact same glitch. I do another game, and every single Iono is so slow, and eventually an Iono is so slow that it loses me the game because I time out on my turn, waiting for Iono to draw. I'm like, I played 3 games, and all 3 have a game-breaking glitch that loses me the game. Like, that's silly. Live should not be that bad. Like, online never had this kind of issue. Now, of course, online didn't have a mobile version. And live worked okay on computer, but still has those messy things. Like, since the last update, I think I actually had it on stream where I had 2 active Pokemon at the same time, and I couldn't quick search because one of the active Pokemon was Pidgeot. But the other active Pokemon was over top of it. Messing up a pun again? You said anything relevant. And I said, no, I'm not playing Relor. It's not messing up a pun, I got the pun. But I added on to it, since I am, in fact, not playing Relor currently. Relor's cool, though. Just not what I have. Oh, 1-0. How many rounds is this tournament gonna be? I don't actually know. Let's see, there's 79 matches, so what, like 188 players? I think it's, yeah, it's 8 Swiss rounds. I didn't even say, but I'm pretty sure it's just 8, yeah. So 8 Swiss rounds, yay. This is still broken. I think I got like top 8 or something there. Alright. So, can talk about the meta game. Also interesting seeing a lot of Dragapult Dusknoir and less regular Dragapult. Because I feel like a lot of Toadpult I was expecting. Let's see, how much time is actually left till the next match as well? About 10 minutes, alright. Probably should put some Subway Surfers up while I talk about the League Cup, but, okay. So, in the League Cup that I played in yesterday, I played this exact 60, but the one difference is I had a Gravity Stone instead of the Meddling Memo. But it was otherwise the exact 60. Round 1, I fought against a Dragapult, and this was, like, my first time playing in person, other than, like, testing against an Eevee box or something, but I never played against Pult in person. In fact, I don't even think maybe I had played against Pult online with it, but, like, I just didn't really know how to play the match. It was also Pult Zard, which was different to play. I didn't play optimally, but I still almost won. I had to find Briar off Fezandipiti, and ultimately I did not find it. But I would win that if I amuleted for the right thing. But that's okay. Because then I got to game 2, fought Raging Bolt, and just absolutely demolished Raging Bolt. Because it's Raging Bolt and I'm Charizard, so I'm just way favored. It was very easy. My opponent was complaining that he bricked, and yes, he did brick. But even if he was completely set up, I was still in a great position. Oh, that's weird. Game 3, Terra Box. So, like the Noctowl with a variety of Terra Pokemon, Teal Mask Ogerpon, Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, Pikachu EX, Raikou V. Lots of things. But as long as I could take 2 prizes often, I win. And even though he actually took the first 2 prizes, Budew disrupted him so much, and he had to hit an Amulet of Hope, that I just disrupted him enough that he just completely misattacks late game. Round 4... I fought against Gholdengo. This is actually a really good local player. Like, he's got top 32 at multiple regionals this season and stuff, or at least a regional this season. But he was playing Gholdengo, and it was interesting. So, like, early game, he uses the Energy Search Pro to get, like, 7 or 8 energy in his hand as Gholdengo. But Energy Search Pro, more like an Amulet of Hope. No, it's good, I swear. But Energy Search Pro got like 7 or 8 energy of different types in his hand. And then passed over to me, because there wasn't much else he could do. But then I Buddewed him. I Grabber earlier, so I knew his hand only had like a Superior and an Arven or something. Oh, he used the Arven for the Energy Search Pro, actually. But yeah, I managed to set up Budew him. But before I Budew him, I used Xerosic to discard his hand down to 3 cards. So he goes from having like 7 energy and 2 setup cards to like 2 energy and a single superior energy retrieval that he can't use because his item locked. And it didn't end up mattering too much just because he wasn't setting up under item lock anyway with the hand he had. But it was interesting. And then the thing is, if he takes 1 prize, I have to take the first 2 prize knockout, and he has to take 1 prize, so I keep a 1 prize board until I get the first KO. But the problem that I was having was that he could, or that Zard doesn't KO after he takes 1 prize. If he takes 1 prize, I test Defiance Band. Zard does 240. Gholdengo does 260 HP. So I was worried about that, but I realized he's item locked, and I know from Grabber, his hand is dead, and he's item locked, so he won't have enough energy, even if he could gust my Pidgeot to KO it. And also, I had Amulet of Hope on my Pidgeot, because I had to put it on Pidgey early game. And he can't Lost Vacuum either while item locked. So I'm thinking, he can't chase my Pidgeot. That's my only 2 prize word. I can just sit here with Pidgeot and use it to set up Radiant Charizard as much as possible. And so I set up 2 Fire Energy and a double turbo on Radiant Charizard, and then when he took 1 prize on my Budew, finally, I just knock him out with Radiant Charizard because he's weak to fire. And then after he takes another prize, now Zard's actually doing enough damage to knock him out. And then I basically sealed the game because I won the prize trade by far. He actually tried to stall my Charmander late game, which would never work forever, but it could like buy a little bit of time. We were near time in game, so if I get really unlucky, it ties the game. And then I just top deck Turo and pick it up. And then round 5, Raging Bolt. I started with a single Pidgey and a Charmander on the bench, and just like a Zard in hand, and the rest of the hand was like, I think I had like a Turo and a Defiance Band. And just a bunch of dead things. No Arven, no Iono, no Buddy Poffin, no Ultra Ball, no Rare Candy. My opponent somehow bricks on his first turn. And then on my second turn, he finally KOs the Pidgey after a little bit. And then I top deck Candy's hard, attach Defiance Band that's in hand, and kill his Raging Bolt. And somehow he didn't have enough energy on his bench Kill Mass to be set up to KO me in return. And then off the prizes, I found another Charmander and I think a Radzard or something. And I put down Charmander and the Radzard, and I attached an energy that I had found at some point to the Radzard manually. Then he tries to Gust Stall Radzard. And I top deck Turo. No, actually, no, I had Turo in hand at the beginning, but yeah, I used Turo. Pick up Radzard. And then that time I top decked Candy. Low key, we don't need 4 candies. So I understand the notion that it's not needed, but it's more consistent, right? Because it's just more consistent setting up Zard and Pidgeot. The amount of times where I'm missing the candy to set them up is surprising. Late game, I can just Ultra Ball them away anyway. It's like, sure, I don't need 4 because I don't play like Dusknoir. But if you notice, decks, like even when Zard first was being used, people still played 4 candies. Control, I guess, might not always, but I definitely still like 4 candies. If I were to cut a candy, I'd fit like a Pidgeot, but like, what is a better option than candy? I don't think a Nest Ball is a better option, so it feels like there's no better card than just a 4th candy currently. It could be cut if there's something that really is better, but it was really just a consistency slot. So if something's more consistent than a 4th candy, then I'll use it. But other than that, I don't need more text. I have enough text. I mean, fitting an extra Gravity Gemstone is somewhat nice, although Gravity Gemstone is not needed. So, but yeah, that is interesting. Let's turn this down just slightly. Okay, so 3 minutes until the next tournament match. Hopefully I can also win game 2. Let's actually look at the metagame now. I'm not going to look at the others yet. Those are always going to be fun, but I'll look at them later because of that. Let's see. Dragapult. Dusknoir, I mean. The only thing really surprising about Dragapult Dusknoir is, I guess, 0.67 Lumineon is crazy to me. 1 Lumineon I feel like should be in every poll, because Lumineon's just such a good card. That seems crazy not to play it. Actually, the League Cup, I don't know why. I just trailed out my thought. I didn't even talk about Top Cut. I ID'd in the Top Cut round 6. Winter next major, it's Atlanta. So I'll be playing a similar build to this after rotation for Atlanta. Yeah. So yeah, top 8, I fight Miraidon. Game 1, Briar allows me to win the prize trade, because essentially in order to win, he needed Magnemite, or Magneton. Because Magneton could cause me problems by allowing him to knock out my Zard. But I am Briar going to 1 prize instead of 2, which meant he could not Magneton, because it would lose him the game, which was good. And then in game 2, he actually took 4 prizes before I did anything. He, like, Gust knocked out my only mana for 2 prizes. I bring out Budew with Amulet, and he knocks it out for 2 more prizes. But then I get to search out any 3 cards, and I just, like, Iono him to 2, set up just, like, a Radzard and a Zard, hit him with Radzard. Iono pulls me into Turo. I get to, like, Turo at Radzard, go into Zard, and then I just go 2-2-2 and win the game pretty handily, actually. Which was surprising, but definitely just managed to disrupt him enough off of the Amulet and set up a whole board. Like, the board was literally just like, I think it was like only Radzard and Zard. I managed to set it up like that. Which essentially meant he kills a Radzard, he has to still KO a 330 HP Zard. And he almost did, but he prized his last generator. And he also had to find double generator either way, which he could have found and put off prizes, but one of the other things he put off the prizes was Arven. And that's how I got the generator from deck. Otherwise, he was missing the one from deck. I'm 102 LO, nice. And then top 4, I actually fought on Blaziken TCG, one of my viewers. And he was playing Control. Just like, straight up Pidgeot Control. Game 1, I actually started on the upper foot. Like, Budew slowed him down and stuff, and I got a good bit of prizes. The problem was I prized Turo, Pal Pad, Handheld Fan, Turo Pal Pad, Handheld Fan, Amulet of Hope, and a boss. Turo, Pal Pad, Handheld Fan, Amulet of Hope, and a boss. I'm like, really? I have to prize all of those pieces? So I had to be more aggressive in taking prizes than I normally like to be against control. But it ended up working out. The end of the game, I was like out of boss, because I had like Pal Pad a boss in earlier. But I'm like, wait, I have one boss. Boss is Pidgeot. I hit it for 210. That doesn't kill it, and I'm out of boss now. Then I Thorton Charmander into Fezandipiti, use Cruel Arrow to snipe Pidgeot EX off the bench, and that takes my last 2 prizes to win the game. And then game 2, it actually goes pretty similar. Actually, I'm setting up for Fezandipiti on 2 different Pidgeots. I put like 180 on 2 different Pidgeots and get 3 energy on Fezandipiti, so I can snipe 100 to each of them. So setting up for double Fezandipiti, but right before I can get the second Fezandipiti off, he tries to Gust Stall me. Thankfully, I put out Collapsed Stadium, which meant at least to Gust Stall me, he couldn't use something like Erica. The only things he had to stall were either an attacker, which he can't stall, because if he stalls an attacker, I win by knockout. He can stall a Budew, and I item lock him, or does not stall at all when Fezandipiti wins. So he has to Wellspring stall, he stalls my Budew. I Budew him so much that he can't use Pal Pad under Budew. He actually gets to the point where he's going to deck out before me. So he will deck out before me. But then he tries to use Erica to look in my hand and put a Pokemon on the bench. I reveal my hand, realize Collapsed Stadium was in play, so he shouldn't be allowed to use Erica. He gets a 2 prize card penalty, and it gives me the last 2 prize cards for a win. But it is crazy that I was going to deck out the control before the penalty, and win by decking out the control player with my Budew list, because item locking means that he can't use Pal Pad, and he also prized a Silene. Also, I think at one point he tried to Silene back a Pal Pad, quick search for it, realized he's item locked and can't use the Pal Pad. Do you want to go first? No. I'm fighting Miraidon, by the way, in round 2. Let's win this. Dawn, dawn, dawn. Also in the tournament, one of the judges, when it came to Top Cut, it actually got a lot colder in the room when Top Cut started. Which may seem weird, but it got colder because of the body heat of all the players just dissipating when Top Cut started, which was really interesting. But one of the players, or sorry, one of the judges had a hoodie of Sableye that he put on because it got colder. And I said, hey, is that my hoodie? I lost mine. And, yeah, he just broke down laughing. I don't even know if most people understood it. Someone else, he, like, told them what I said, and they're like, I don't get it. I won't explain it to you, by the way. But, yeah, I did lose mine. Guess it's better. You have to say lost mine, not lose mine. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And then afterwards, I just said, scratch that. Gosh. Why do I remember that pun so vividly? I make too many. Okay. Generator. Ah. Those dang kids and their electric generators. They don't know what it's like when lightning types had to use max elixir. How useful is Grabber here, legitimately? I'd say not very. But it would be kind of funny to put a Magneton on the bottom of his deck. I also just like to know what he has access to, because I don't have any particularly use for the Grabber right now anyway. Charm, Nestball, Arven. Very good to know. Thank you, game, for letting me know what you had. Charm, Nestball, Arven. Charm, Nestball, Arven. Ooh, I break the Resolute Heart. I like that. So, Burberry, Charm, a Nestball, and an Arven. Let's see. I'm assuming he's gonna... Arven, get himself a Forest Sister. You know, if he prized Forest of Stone... Oh, he could use Rescue Board as well to get an attack. I think most likely it's a Raikou attack. But he doesn't have a Gust around the Budew. If he uses a Raikou attack, he might be cooking himself. Because he just can't get around Budew. But I still assume that's what he's gonna do. Also, there's a very good chance he top decked energy, so you can Arven for something other than Rescue Ball. Generator. Makes sense that he gets Generator. But I'm definitely going to make sure he doesn't get to keep access to that Generator, because the Generator would be a pain if he still could allow access to it. So, let's see. Yeah, this is going to be easy. Generator and Forest Seal. Also, if he attaches Forest Seal Stone to Raikou, he can't attach Bravery Charm to it. Okay, he's going to attach Lumineon. Is he going to use it? He is. That's crazy. If he's using it to get an energy, that makes me immediately assume he prized Rescue Board. Also, after he takes a knockout, I feel like I almost certainly gust the Pikachu over anything else. There are other things I could gust, but there's one small problem. Actually, if he lowers his hand enough, then I was like, there's one small problem with gusting something other than Pikachu, and that's that I can't go for a Xerosic play, because I would have to, like, Arven for, like, counter catcher stuff, but, oh, he passes. Wait a minute. What he Forest Seal Stone for? Whatever it is, he didn't use it, right? That's a clue. That's very much a clue. The clue means that I either have to Iono him or Memo him. Iono lets him see more cards than Memo. But is a draw supporter on my side as well. Therefore, I think I will go for the Iono. Which is fine. Interesting. I do, in fact, have the Zard attack if I want it. Collapsed Stadium's kind of cool. Let's see. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. He will be KOing my Pidgeot with his damage right now if he can gust it. Not that it's requiring him to gust it, which might not be very easy, but let's see. Handheld Fan's kind of funny, but not particularly useful. Definitely feel like I'm item locking him again here. I would love a boss play on him next turn, but I'm going to definitely item lock him for this turn. And then go for the boss play next turn. Most likely. I think Collapsed Stadium is a very interesting idea here. I think I'm going to set up more of this. You know, it'd be really funny to Collapsed Stadium away the Pidgeot. It would also be slightly risky. Kind of funny, though. It's a liability. If I set up a single Zard, isn't he kind of cooked? I guess he can Magneton to try and kill the single Zard. But reminder that I have Amulet here. In fact, maybe I should have gotten another Mander instead of another... Yeah, I should have gotten another Mander instead of what I did get. But it's ultimately okay. Luckily, I didn't realize as well. I thought it was a video, lol. Just stop and look at the battle log after the game is over, and maybe you can check to see what he got off Stone. Got off Stone? Does it let you see what he got off Forest Seal Stone? Like, because Forest Seal Stone is secret information, so I would be shocked if the battle log let you see what he got. But yeah, it is weird that he got anything and just didn't use it. Alright, let's see what he does. Worst case scenario, he Gust knocks out Charmeleon, right? Like, that's the worst case scenario. And if that's the worst case scenario, then that seems to be that I'm in a very good position. Also, his list does not play Iono, which is kind of relevant. Area 0. I think so, after the game is over. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't even know you could check the battle log after the game. I guess I just never tried. Probably always on screen or something. I didn't pay attention. So let's see. Kind of funny, because I can just sit here and continue using Budew. He can't generate or under Budew. So if I just sit here and continue Budewing until his Pikachu's in range of Zard, I'm fine. Like, yeah, this is great. I just sit here until he's in range of what I want. Makes things nice and easy. Secret box? Haha. That's an item. Maybe you'd be cooking if it wasn't an item, but it doesn't work with an item. Test double turbo. He could technically manually power up a hands or magneton to a hands. I'm not a huge fan of instant charge, to be fair. Very interesting top deck, especially with Turo in hand. It's kind of crazy, actually. That is interesting because I have Turo in hand. I can immediately pick it up. It can get me like a supporter for later, which is probably a Xerosic. I kind of like doing this, just get Xerosic, like... I don't even care. He doesn't play Iono. He's not going to get rid of Xerosic from my hand or anything. And then just pick it right back up. I can use it again later if I want. And I mean, I could evolve to Zard. If I want. Because, I mean, his attacker is probably hand. If he's attacking with Raichu, I feel like he's cooking himself anyway. You know what? Let's actually incentivize him to try and attack with Raichu. That seems good. Doop doop. And I'll just keep the other one. Doop doop. And Pollen. I mean, I could break the lock, but I definitely think I just Pollen. Please stop slow playing Greninja. I'm not. I had to skip ahead to catch up, and the board state didn't really change. Please stop slow... What? I'm not slow playing. My opponent's taking longer than me. Look, the timers are actually pretty close. Like, we're both playing fine paces. I mean, he's technically playing slower because I'm doing more actions per turn. But yeah, I'm certainly not slow playing. Tandem unit. I mean, I'm also not rushing. But, I mean, I don't need to. It's best of 1, 30. We have 20 minutes left in the round. Like, it's been, like, what, 10 minutes so far? About. Yeah. So. Boss. Yep. Yep. Sure. Machination. We love Machinations. So fun. How does tech be lost in box Tina? I need to know since yeah, right now. If it has Spiritomb and Iron Leaves. Well, Iron Leaves takes 2 prizes and then are returned by taking 2 prizes. So it's just even with Iron Leaves, right? Iron Leaves ends up being even, so I don't think I need to worry about Iron Leaves. How many generators bro just discard? Hit him. Mac and cheese, macaroni. What? Oh yeah, Iron Leaves, mac and cheese, I know. Wait! What happened? Where'd my Zard go? Huh? Where'd he go? Bro, are you seeing this? Bro, what? Where is he? No, 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 no. Where'd Zard go? Is Zard inside his Pikachu? Is that... Zard's inside his Pikachu! What? What? Why is his Pikachu my Zard now? Call a judge? No, 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 no. Oh, alright. Calling a judge won't help. I just gotta, like, hope the glitch corrects itself. What the actual diddly-do? Okay. Please, like, boss has ordered or something. Try to fix the game. I know, it's broken. Please fix it for me. Please do something to fix the game. Oh, please. This is atrocious. I am not my opponent's active. What the heck? Ugh. Ugh. Calling the judge ain't gonna do anything. Exactly. Your card became Pikachu. Calling the judge won't do anything, Dr. Alfred. It's a glitch. Judges can't deal with just a glitch like that. So what happens if he hits me? That isn't legal? Well, too bad. It's glitched. Okay, wait. What the actual diddly? Okay, so... Game's broken. What's the best way to go about this? Does the game let me Turo? That's one question. I don't think it will. But Turo's in the discard anyway. Let's see. Dang it. What the actual... This game makes me mad. There's nothing I can do. It's just broken. Oh my god. Draw pass, he decks out first. Won't let him hit your active. Wait, does that mean... I don't know if it takes prizes on his side, though. It might. You can't even target it to... He retreats? Wait, what? He can't even target it to... Oh, is he going to try and hand me? I'm assuming on his side it actually shows it is working. Which is crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yes! It actually knocked it out! Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm very slightly less cooked because at least the game corrected itself like 5% of the way. Charizard actually went to the discard. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well. I guess I'm back in it. Arven for Candy. For Seal. This is dumb, but... I mean, I guess it's not over yet. Wait, I attack with Radzard here, don't I? Yeah, Radzard seems insane, actually. Ultra Ball for a regular Zard and Force for the Radzard. Because I can put it into range of a better Briar. Of course, I have to find the Briar play now that I think about it, which I guess isn't particularly easy. Although 2 prizes makes it easier. Attach Stone. Stone for the Radzard. Rare Candy Zard. Power up both attackers. I'm realizing this might not be optimal, because technically you can try to like gust all my Lumineon if he just doesn't want to do much. And that could be a problem. Because, I mean, I don't have much of a hand, I just have whatever my prize cards give me. He does cost 2 right now. Could also attach Handheld Fan. Seems kind of funny. Although I don't like keeping his energy on the field for Raichu, actually, now that I think about it. So... Probably don't attach. I could attach it over here if I wanted. Or just hold it actually for like an Ultra Ball. Oh my gosh. I can still win this despite the horrible glitch. I mean, like at the League Cup, I went behind 4 prizes against a Maridon and still won. But I shouldn't have to. Like the game breaking shouldn't make me have to do something that I normally don't have to do. But it is, so whatever. The good thing is I still might win. Let's check LGL General after this game. Okay. Pull Golden Pikachu EX. Nice. Nice job, man. Golden Pikachu EX is a great pull. Lost Zone Legends is on my testing group, by the way. Let's see what my opponent does. Sir? Are you actually not there, or are you just playing slow? There's 10 minutes left in the match. You're not going to be able to slow play. I think he prized Latios. He just put Latios on the bench, actually. So, no. Sir, you gotta make a decision. You can't just sit there. I mean, I guess he's probably thinking about one specific play, maybe? Like, thinking, what does he do this turn? Maybe he's just thinking this turn. But if this is continuation of, like, playing one card at a time slowly, then I will, in fact, call a judge. We generally will have enough time to finish this, but definitely, if he does this, that's a problem. Okay, he is, in fact, slow playing. I'm requesting a judge. Actually, I'm gonna ask him. That's actually, I don't know what's in my deck. Is there another fire energy for treating? There isn't. Okay, good to know. Countercatcher is more important, because I will be probably countercatchering on this Magnemite. How do you do? And I just missed an attack this turn, and that's fine. End turn. At least I can still countercatcher. Yep. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm in actually a pretty good position. Probably need a Briar to win this game. I feel like Briar does just seal the deal. Bundle? Okay. If he Iron Bundles, then I bring up Budew and Amulet just goes crazy. Where's his energy for his attacks? He played so many. I guess he had to discard a lot. He's also out of generators. Is he got a Magneton? Or Magneton? Yeah. Not Magneton. Yep. This is... Maybe he is gonna Magneton. That's kind of crazy. Because that just guarantees that Briar wins the game. I guess I could try to kill Zard EX, but that does discard so many energy off Raichu, and I could just set up another EX. No way he Magnetons, but also he can't free retreat anymore because this is not a basic. So I guess he has to kill Magneton if he wants to get out of the active. Magneton boss hands. Oh, right. That does just win the game. If he can get an attach from hand on the hands as well. Yeah. No, he's down all three boss. Never mind, he's down all three boss. He can't. He could Prime Catcher. No, he doesn't play Prime Catcher. He plays Secret Box. So he could not do that play. Because he has no more Gust. Now, admittedly, maybe I should Counter Catcher something to prevent him from doing anything weird. Probably just a Miraidon, right? At this point, yeah, because he's out of boss. He plays 3 boss, right? Yeah, Counter Catcher, Miraidon. Kill Miraidon. Just because it has the most energy. And therefore also the most opportunities to try and mess me up. But he also has to have boss. Yeah, he can't have boss because he's out of boss. Because he discarded a boss early game. And he discarded one off Xerosic. And now I pretty much steal the game because this can just retreat to whatever I want, pretty much. I guess he could retreat to a 1 prize or like a Magneton, but then I just kill a Magneton. So I think I win, like guaranteed, right? I don't think there's anything he can do. Does he play Counter Catcher? No, he doesn't play Counter Catcher. I definitely should have checked, but yeah, he does not play Counter Catcher. Dude, you got 7.5 minutes on your live clock and in your turn. And in the game. You got the same amount of time on your clock as there's left in the game. No way you stall this turn for 7 minutes. If he tries to stall this turn for 7 minutes, I am actually, let's see. If this passes the 5-minute mark, I immediately call the judge, because you have to call him before 5 minutes in the round. Because it should not be a 2-minute turn, unless he's actively trying to run the clock down. So. Because technically, if he can find a way to take up all 7 minutes, he does end up leaving the game at a tie. It would have to take up his whole time, because he's got 45 here and like 47 there at the same time on the live clock. I mean, look at his clock compared to the clock on Limitless. It's like basically the same thing. He instant charges. Thank you for doing something. I gotta find a Gust, though. Which is actually kind of annoying, right? I don't just have it. Ultra Ball away Budew and Defiance Band. Let's see. Is there a way to just get Gust? There's not, is there? Oh, that's kind of lame. I'll get Fezandipiti for consistency. But yeah, I'm actually gonna probably... I could retreat Radzard. Then he's gonna try and Gustall Radzard, I bet, though. Alright. If you play Counter Catcher, you lose. He doesn't. That's ball. Okay, attaches to Mew. And I'm officially gonna request a judge if he doesn't do something. Like now. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds for this action. 15 seconds. Because then it will be at 5 minutes. I'm not putting up with this. I mean, it's fine. I win the game, so I'm not worried about it because the judge will find it. Okay. It took him 15 seconds on that action, so, there we go. He's out of boss. Why pass? Why did I pass? Oh, he's out of boss. You're right. I forgot I could retreat and attack. You're right. It's good. It's all good. Oh, I probably should have attacked. Oh, he doesn't play Iono either, actually. So I did call the judge. Okay, my opponent conceded. There we go. Okay, my opponent conceded. There we go. I was talking to the judge on the other screen. Okay, you know what? This is something that is illegal, is Crybaby. I'm calling the judge back. Because it is kind of petty to get him out for Crybaby, but if he's gonna be like this... if he's gonna be like this, I'm gonna have the judge, deal with it. Alright. You said more than 10 minutes to play? There's still time to keep making... Yeah, exactly. Hey, thank you for your Charizard content lately. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, Charizard has been my main. I haven't been streaming it quite as much. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying my Charizard content. Sorry, I was talking to the judge. But now, on to the next match. Can't believe my opponent said I should be disqualified. That's crazy. But, yeah. Played this to a cup yesterday for second. It's good. Charizard is definitely my main, but I don't stream it every time because some people don't enjoy watching a lot of Charizard. It's crazy to me. Just fun. Every action cannot be more than 15 seconds. Correct. I think this was at the point where it is considered illegal. Because he's taking the max amount of time I'll let him. I end up seeing the Cryberry comment as we're getting ready to tab out. Okay, great. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you for your help, Sunny. Also, I didn't realize Sunny helped out with the Pumpka. That's actually cool. I love both their tournaments. That was wild. Yeah, it's alright. Thankfully, I can continue the tournament and it won't actually change the results. was definitely upsetting to have both the game glitch out and then which slowed down time and then almost run out. But yeah, I was still on the page too, so I've noticed either way. Great, yeah. Just requested again to make sure y'all saw it. Thank you all so much for running this event and everything. Great. Wow. Surprisingly, that's not the worst I've had. Yay, Judge Team to the rescue. Yep. So many people here. I love this. Yep, it's great. Yeah. I think this actually might be my first Pumpka. I've played in plenty of Sunny weeklies, but I just never had time for Pumpka. But now time lined up correctly. How could people not like Charizard? I think Charizard with the new Salamence EX could be amazing. Ooh. The reason people don't like Charizard, some people think it's too good or they lose to a lot. Because Zard is Zard. I guess I don't really understand it personally. I really enjoy Zard. But I think Zard is harder to play against than something like Raging Bolt. So for newer players, Zard can be kind of annoying. Thanks for playing and thanks for being live. Makes Judge Call so easy. Yep, of course. Yeah, love sending the link to the stream. Definitely makes it easier. Actually, I didn't join the Pumpkin Discord server. I should probably join in. I think there is one. Yeah, there is one, actually. Probably would help. I mean, I keep track around announcements anyway, but yeah. Except the Greninja Boy. There we go. I'm at the Pumpkin Patch. Discord customize your experience is so interesting. I don't know what all of these are. Sure. Yeah, definitely not gonna do that. Okay. Great. Oh, round 3 is up. Hey, the announcements are cool too. Okay. Dragapult Dusknoir. Oh, fun. Yeah, I help Amy. She pays me in chewing gum. Ooh, that's good, actually. Chewing gum is great. You know, I'd be chewing it right now if I wasn't live streaming. I don't want to smack into the mic, but I love gum so much. It is more that Zard has everything with no downside to it. I completely disagree with that statement. I mean, I guess that's fair that you can search out anything is a strong thing of Zard. Some Zard lists, to be fair, don't have a lot of thinking, but I feel like the best Zard lists have something unique about them. Other than just being very basic. And the best Zard list, if they're not super basic, your quick searching is actually a very tough decision. And then you'll learn your opponent you can play around. Like, if you know my exact 60, it suddenly becomes significantly easier to play against me. So, me and Will paired LMO, Drago Mirror. Oh, wow. Testing group always getting paired. Got paired against Evan in top 4 of last cut. I'm liking the looks of Salamence as well. I need to check that out. I don't think it would be consistent enough. I'm probably playing actually something very similar to this, but rotation format, so essentially all the cards that rotate are just replaced with more consistency and control tools. So play some nest balls, where right now I have no nest balls, and then just play a few more control options, like, I think like 2 more or something, or 1 more. Zard card itself, Energy, Excel, and Combat Potential is just too much. Interesting. Not the lists. I mean, Zard as a card itself is very strong, but the fact that it's stage 2 balances it. I mean, right now, Dragapult is the better deck, kind of objectively. Now, if you're a good player, I think you can express your skill possibly better with a Zard list, although some Bolt lists are better than some Zard for skill expression. But really, what I think is, I also think Zard is just such a lot of high-skilled players play Zard, whereas Bolt might not be as much of an issue, because a lot of players that play Bolt are newer players. They see it's a BDIF and they pick it up. So that UIC this weekend is awesome. Have you ever been? I've not been to UIC. I actually haven't been out of the country for any events, but I've been to NAIC, Charlotte, Knoxville, Portland, Orlando, and Louisville. Some of those multiple times. So, yeah, that's ball for a buddy. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed UIC. I probably will be there at some point, it just wasn't this year. I'm happy to be going second. I don't like my opponent starting with Duskull. I really want to Grabber, but I don't know if I have that option. I really, really want to Grabber. It's interesting, because I could actually guarantee Grabber in a really weird way. Because the problem is, if he has Dusclops, I'm just cooked, right? So I have to do this, and then Ultra Ball for Lumineon, which I likely would be doing next turn anyway, which means it's not quite as much of a problem. Budew for Lumineon. Then I will Poffin for a Charmander and a Pidgey. Lumineon for another Arven. I guess the problem is if I Grabber, I'm leaving myself with a low hand, so it might actually be better to get Iono, but that could also put my opponent into a good hand. I think I get Arven here. And then I do Stone for Grabber, because if he has Dusclops in hand, I am in big trouble, and I cannot allow him to have that. And the only way to guarantee he doesn't have it is Grabbering it to the bottom of the deck. Grabber. Yes! It was worth it! Oh my gosh, I'm like, I don't know how worth it that is. Maybe that's a mistake, but it was so worth it. My mom's gonna book NAIC soon, by the way. Great. I guess I'll probably be traveling with you, XR. Ooh, forgot that's coming up. Yeah? Dracloak. Oh my gosh, that Grabber play is insane. I thought, is this actually the correct play, or am I being a little stupid? But oh my gosh, it worked so well. Because now, I mean, sure, it's already an issue that he loses the Dusclops, but the fact that it also goes to the bottom... Also, he should have Arven before Recon Directive, so that he could possibly find flops off Recon Directive. Because Arven would shuffle his deck and also thin his deck. And also thinning the deck of items means he's not drawing into an unnecessary item. Whoa, the Grabber play, yes! I'm surprised I had a delayed reaction. I thought the stream delay was gone. Maybe the setting gets changed per individual stream or something. Pollen, yay! Locking each other back and forth. Now let's get the amulet ready. Candy and Amulet. Zoop boop. Zoop boop. Boom. Grabber from the top ropes, indeed. Yeah, that was a great play. Because the Dusclops goes through Amulet and kills my Budew, and that would just be really problematic. But Grabbering away the Dusclops basically puts me in a great position. Unless somehow he gets really lucky and finds it off the Dracloak in the next 2 turns, including this turn. If he finds it off either of those Dracloaks, technically he could be okay, but I'm gonna say he's not gonna have it. I'm also happy that because he plays Dusknoir build, he doesn't play Monkey Dory. Because the non-Dusknoir builds can be sketchy for that reason. Now here's what's interesting. When he kills me with Budew, what am I doing? Am I like setting up another Budew? That's probably what I'm doing, actually. Funnily enough, I'm probably like using Amulet, setting up another Budew. Which is actually fine. Because, I mean, I'm still item locked. I can search out supporters, but yeah, can't search out, like, other things. There's an energy on there, yep. Would love to Xerosic Meddling Memo, but not gonna be super easy to do, sadly. But that's okay. At least I can Xerosic even if I can't Meddling Memo. Xerosic alone is still good, because he does have a lot of, at least somewhat important resources down. Are you 2-0 now? I, in fact, am. Thank you. I forgot to update my match record. I was so, occupied with the Judge Call debacle. He does get the Crystal. I know Crystal's at hand. So I always get Iono here, right? Yeah, Charmeleon, Budew, Iono. Right? Yeah, that seems obvious, actually. Like, it would seem like I would want a Xerosic here. But Xerosic here is just straight up a mistake. Because I want to put his Crystal on the bottom. And then item lock him. Ooh, Fez is cool. I actually really like Fez. Defiance Band on Budew is kind of fun. Starts doing 40 damage. And so if he can't kill it, it actually becomes kind of strong. But I kind of want to keep it for Zard. Plus, I don't need it yet. So I don't need it yet, I'm probably not going to go for it. Get into 5 cards. Oh, I like Handheld Fan. Because if he has to manually... Also, he could have another Arven, but he is down to Arven. Handheld Fan, I think I do attach, actually, right? Actually, I'll Fez first. But yeah, I probably attach Fan. Because if he has to hit into me and move an energy off, that's huge. Although putting Fan on Zard is also just cool. Or even Melian. Fan might just be better on like this. Does it play Vacuum? Wait, let me check his list. It's open list. He does not play Vacuum. He can never remove my fan unless he KOs me. If he doesn't have Gust KO, I will attach his ahead of time in case he tries to Iono me. This is backup. If he knocks me out, I could be in trouble. Although actually that doesn't work still. Because I would need 3 energy. Or actually even more. Interesting. Alright. Item locked. And his crystal is on the bottom. He could have another Arven, but he also has to have a Pulp under item lock. And he's down 2 Arven. The chances of him having Arven are also probably not as high as like, oh boy. Yeah. Yep. Oh boy. Fun times. Night Stretcher Crystal. Can't use a Stretcher. Can use a Crystal. He needs a Pulp. Dragapult? Dragapult. Ah, okay. So, yep. Curse Blast, I'm assuming he's killing Buddy. Sure. Why? Does he not realize Charmeleon's ability? Does he not? I don't think he realizes Charmeleon's ability. Dude, are you gonna put damage on my Charmeleon? Oh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put... No! He did it! Oh. I don't... He didn't realize. That's actually a huge mistake on his part. I'm like, please don't do it. It looks so tasty, but no. He basically just cooked himself. I mean, he's in trouble now. That's a really, really scary misplay to make. I mean, it doesn't, like, end the game for him immediately, but it's not good for him. Oh, dude. Well, guess it's his own fault, so whatever. Quick search for Xerosic is kind of an intriguing idea. No, Xerosic's prize, never mind. Collapse remove Lumineon is cool. Or actually, Fezandipiti is also something I can remove, although Lumineon's probably just a better choice. Bye-bye. I can Arven for anything I want. I mean, if I want to start setting up towards another Zard, sure. I have, like, so many options. And just, like, what, another Candy, I guess? I don't need anything specifically. Yay. 240. Like, sorry, Wind doesn't run into, like, a Kid Actor by 20. No, he's off by, like, 50. Oh, shoot. I'm off of the knockout by 80. Yeah. With Defiance Band, it would be 50, though. So, XR, you are correct that I'm off by 50. If I had... Actually, I guess I couldn't have attached Defiance Band because I already had the Handheld Fan, but... I forgot he didn't go after the Pidgey. Well, he went after the Charmeleon. But there's something important about Charmeleon. Prevent all effects of attacks used by our opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage counters aren't effective in attack. Therefore, he cannot hurt Charmeleon. Therefore, he not only wasted a Dusclops for basically no effect. Defiance Fan doesn't work. You're correct, XR. You're tied, yeah. Well, I already had a Handheld Fan attached ahead of time anyway, but yeah, you're right. Aw, actually, hitting in a Handheld Fan doesn't help me here, does it? That's kind of crazy. It actually harms me, because it gives it an energy to stay on the field. I don't want to move it to the bench, but it's fine. It's like, I don't want to, but it's also not a particularly large issue, so I guess I can't complain. Probably just set up another Zard, right? I mean, I guess another Zard technically doesn't kill Pulp. Could also Turo up Liability. Iono for a single prize board. That seems cool. Or Iono to disrupt him, or Turo up a Liability. Let's Turo up a Liability. Oh wait, this is gonna die. This is gonna die. Okay, I slightly screwed that up. Well, if I get them Turoing up a Liability, now it's gotta be Charmander. I mean, if he kills it... Wait, if he kills it, he goes down to 1 prize, right? Don't I just win with Thorton at that point? Pretty sure Thornton's in deck, actually. Because if he kills Charmander, that wins me the game, now that I think about it. Didn't actually consider that. If he just kills Charmander, I win. Because Thornton's just insane. And I'm pretty dang sure I have access to Thornton. He could technically kill an Iono, but I highly doubt he has that. But yeah, Thornton can just seal the game, actually. Take your prizes. Oh, it was prized. I was going for a play and I didn't realize the play was prized, but I found it anyway, never punished. Also, I don't even know what the chances are he has the pulse attack. I mean, I think they're relatively high. The fan makes it a lot easier on him, actually. Which is actually annoying. That's okay, though. Rare Candy pull energy, and then I just win. And if he doesn't have that, I definitely just win. It's crazy how the smart thing to do is actually to probably leave Charmander alive. Put 6 on Radzard. And try and take like a double knockout or something, maybe? I don't know. It's still weird. Alright, he stretchers. There's the Polt. Or there's the Budew. Oh, the Budew. Does he play Defiance Band? Defiance Band, Defiance Band. Does he play Defiance Band? No. Oh, he's gonna Buddy my Radzard. Fun times. Another cloak. Aww. Oh, gets a treat though. No, at least the Buddy's gonna die. Okay. Yeah, I've just sealed this, I think. Oh, wait. Maybe not completely. We'll see. I guess he still technically has win condition in existence. But it's gonna be difficult. I mean, like, he needs, like, what, Crispin? Oh, that's a pain. Well, if I get on the one prize, it's actually not as much of a pain. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I should stretch back Lumineon so I get Ultra Ball 4. Here, he pollens me. Now I'm item locked. Probably have to, like, what, boss Dracloak? That's a great top deck. Oh my gosh. So let's see. How many bosses do I have left? I gotta save a boss for the game-winning play to boss past him. And just knock out the Budew here instead, which also breaks item lock, which I guess is cool. What do I get here? That's weird. Probably fine. Just anything consistent, right? Or, like, even this. Like, make it so he can't trap that either. He's never killing Quick Search Pidgeot. So I just get a Fire Energy, weirdly. Because I can go on the Charmander to retreat it next turn, if he tries to, like, stall me again. There's nothing he can do. Does he play Turo, actually? So, let's see. Turo. No. Because this can't go off the field. If you could evolve both of these, he would technically have a win condition available because he knocks both of these out. Puts some on Zard. And then I'm in a weird position where I have to, like, recover Radzard. But because this is here, I can always just win by quick searching for boss's orders. What is this list? It works! I got second in the cup with it recently, and that was over 40 players. I swear it's good. Like, I know a lot of people look at it and are like, what? It looks crazy when you first look at it, but it works. And you're about to be 3-0. Insane, exactly. Yeah, the cup I went, 4-1, and then ID'd, and my only loss in stake, and then I made it to finals. So I lost one game the entire tournament to the finals. In fact, both top 8 and top 4, I also 2-0'd my Maridon opponent, and Tord type beat. It is Tord type. Definitely. It's very similar to an idea Tord would make of including a lot of techs and a consistent way to set up the techs. Which is what he often plays that combined with Zard. So it's kind of a tech Zard like Tord. Although I'd say there's more control pieces than most Tord Zards have. Of course, Tord has just played straight up control Zard, I think. But this isn't considered like a traditional control. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Wait, how do you have damage on the board? Wait. Oh, it moves between my Pokemon, right. Okay. So, I have to Thorton now. Wait, I'm too low on energy. Radzard, okay, Night Stretcher Boss, right? Night Stretcher Boss. Night Stretcher Boss. How do I set that up, though? Did I cook myself? If I iron him to 1, that's also just kind of funny. Ultra Ball can get me Fezandipiti. Oh, I should have Ultra Ball for Fezandipiti first. Shoot. Let's see. Oh, wait, I just need Candy Zard, right? Oh, no, I have an energy down, so I have to get Night Stretcher as well. I have Candy Ultra Ball. That sets up the Zard. At least, wait, setting up Zard means he can't win this turn, right? Because my whole board is too much HP. So I can actually set up Zard, but not use it, and still win. Right? I can wait a turn, and still be fine. Because he can't kill either of these, even if they're not attacking. He can't Dusknoir. I mean, yeah, Dusknoir actually loses in the game, doesn't even send us to sudden death. Neither of these will die. I think I still just win, because I quick search for Night Stretcher, and he can't even fit Budew. Unless he gets, like, Temple of Sinnoh. And if he does fit a Budew, he's having a retreat. And then I, like, Iono him, and he might be in trouble. Next rarity, Tusk solos everything. Great Tusk solos this? Does it? Feels like item locked. Great Tusk isn't as good. Like, also they're weak to grass, and also, I feel like Zard has always been okay in the Great Tusk. Great Tusk works to an extent. But I feel like it alone doesn't beat Zard unless you play other control-based tools. Even if you have, like, Bird Recharm on your Tusk, if you're hitting and... Oh, you're not hitting in Handheld Fan, but yeah. Night Stretcher Boss, Ultra Ball 1 with Radzard. Yeah, I didn't have all 3 pieces. I was missing the Night Stretcher or the Boss. I could only get one of those 2. But yes, that did win with Radzard, but I didn't have the pieces. But now I can quick search for it, because I am doing enough damage to win. Oh, Night Stretcher off of top deck is funny. Because, yeah, Night Stretcher for Fire Energy just wins the game, because he has 1 prize and I kill the Pole. Stretcher. Fire! A ba-doop. A bada-bing. A-doop-doop-doop. And GG. Feel like you have a lot to teach me. Okay, subbed. Awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying. Yeah, I'll probably be streaming Zard more, especially coming up on Lana. I might switch up decks more later in the week, but he doesn't need quick search now, yeah. That was a crazy top deck. Alrighty. The Rio. This is a very good start. Normally I lose my first game and then have to claw back. But the Rio is great. Alright. I will be right back. When does the next match start? In around 9 minutes, but I'll definitely be back before... Actually, you know what? I might buy the time. I probably can wait. Let's see. Having to take 7 prizes is so bad. So I play Guardy now? Wait, what do you mean? Having to take 7 prizes? I don't have to take 7 prizes. Not always. I can disgust. Also, the sound effects for the moves are funny. Bada bing. You know, it's also funny because I don't say that often. I don't know what's up with me this stream. I guess I just have more energy, or something. Normally, I make bad dad jokes instead. Let's see. The metagame here is so Dragapult Dusknoir. Jeez. I already talked about that, but, like, ugh. I still think more need to play Lumineon, though. It's weird that they don't. Also, having Evo TM is kind of surprising, and, like, I don't understand these lists, honestly. Energy is great. Where do we find this list? Oh, it's in the description. Yes, it should be in the description. I think it's the correct list. Unless I didn't put it there right, but let me check. Meddling Memo, isn't it? So yeah, this is the correct list. Yep. In the description. Yep. So you can check that out. Actually, I do have to be right back. I'll refill my water and stuff. And then I'll be back. Next match starts in less than 5 minutes, and I'll definitely be back before then. So BRB. I'm back. Hope you like the list. It's definitely unusual for a Charizard list, and also harder to play than the average Charizard list. I don't know if you're here for the intro. I guess I didn't actually go into much description of each of the options. So, one of the main strategies is put Amulet of Hope. Now, it could go on anything, but mainly I put it on a Budew. And item lock my opponent. So I'm still on my opponent, and then when they eventually KO Budew, like the Pult that hit it 3 times, I can special any 3 cards. And depending on what my opponent has, there's a variety of very good options that those 3 cards can be. Versus Xerosic, which just makes my opponent discard down to 3 cards in hand. Xerosic is kind of fun when combined with Grabber. You can also use Grabber early to try and get rid of like a Dusclops like I did in my game. But if you Xerosic your opponent down to 3 cards in hand, you can Grabber if you think they kept important Pokemon. Like if you know your opponent needs Pokemon next turn, then they probably kept one, you can Grabber it. But if you don't think they kept a Pokemon, you can send Meddling Memo, and the 3 important cards they kept, they put to the bottom and draw the same number of cards. They take 3 cards, the 3 most important ones from their hand, and get 3 random ones. And it makes it seem like Ionoing is better, because I mean, I guess Iono wouldn't be all the way to 3. But the difference is you also force them to discard a bunch of resources with Xerosic, and then you Meddling Memo the most important ones away. Which is pretty good. Because the most important ones are whatever's important with their hand right now. You put them to the bottom, now all those other resources they lost, they might actually want. Because generally what I see players do is they discard their consistency resources and keep the 3 cards they need for their play in the like next turn or 2. But if I put that away, they've just discarded like 8 consistency cards sometimes. Like you don't have huge hands because I've been buttering them for a while. A lot of items, and they just don't have consistency later in the game after that. Also there's a bunch of tools, Handheld Fan that hit into it. I move an energy off. This is really good, like round 1, my opponent played double turbo, so I can just keep pushing it off every time they hit into me, and they have very limited energy. Also good against Zardmir, because I actually try to deck out Zardmir. What else? I guess that's kind of the main gist of it. I had Gravity Gemstone at one point, but I did cut it. And of course, just more Budews, because Budews are good. It's fun. I swear OBS glitched. Concurrent viewers going from 5 to 0 in like 2 seconds seems illogical. And it said 0 when someone was chatting earlier. Interesting. Okay, next match is up! Milotic EX! Does my opponent not like fun, or does he not like fun? It's also probably a pretty unfavored matchup, actually, which just makes it worse. It's disappointing. Oh, no way! I know this guy. I didn't realize I was fighting, someone I knew. I played Jackbox games with him. He, like, lives in the UK. Okay. Bro. Oh, you're wearing comfy shorts. Alright, my opponent his head, slipping coin. And it's tails. I'll go second. Why do you have to play my Milotic Cornerstone for Rigoraph stuff? Do you not like fun? I mean, control is fun, but this isn't control, this is just wall. Come on, man. Alright. Feebas is down. I'm gonna boss that Feebas right up into the active. Also, why does he play the Leap Up Feebas? Leap Out? Switch his Pokemon? That's weird. That's a weird Feebas choice, but okay. He can't power up on my Milotic in one turn. He can't power up that. It's fun. I don't know what my opponent's definition of fun is, but I feel like this doesn't fit it. Whatever the definition of fun is, I don't think this is the definition, but... each their own. I guess if you're enjoying yourself, sure. At least, like, Pidgeot EX is actually a really solid attacker in this matchup. On you. And you're locked. Alright. Surely this matchup is chalked. Maybe. How in the world does OBS, like, glitch out? Normally concurrent viewers is right. Since I have no viewers and then I have people chatting. How do I have more people chatting than OBS since I have viewers? That's weird. Anyway, I guess it's not important. They added that statistic recently, so it's probably just glitched. Anyway. Girafarig is going to be interesting. Is it going to retreat to the Feebas? Oh, Rigoraph. It's weak to grass. That's kind of funny, actually. I like him being weak to grass. Evo TM. Nerd. Let's go chase after that Milotic now. Let's start hurting him a lot. You. Rigoraph will die later, but for now, Milodic's cool to go after. Oh, I can't Arven because I bossed. That's fine. You can't power Milotic in one turn anyway. Also, concerning the item lock, it seemed like he didn't actually have much. He didn't even, like, attach return. You're hallucinating? Oh my gosh, XR. Yeah, it's crazy. I can even show a screenshot, but yeah, it's weird. What do you mean the deck is very fun? You mean you don't enjoy block lacks and trapping opponents? Okay, I enjoy playing against block lacks, because there's ways to play around it. This is just a wall. They're not doing anything, but just sitting there. Weird ghost. You're just talking to your subcon. Okay, y'all. Alright. Fair enough. I'd walk right into that, to be fair. So, I guess I can't complain too much. I'm realizing I actually kind of want an attack without double turbo. Weirdly enough, I want to power up with fire. Actually, there's an easier way to power up with fire, and that's just setting up Zard. And of course, if I do this, I'm not Grabbering, but that's probably fine. Evolve Infernal Ring. Budew. A 1, a 2, 3. Pollen. Hit into me, nerd. XR, yo, chill. No, don't worry. I'm used to him gaslighting me. He's not as bad as he used to be. Iono. Aww. That's sad. Don't worry. I'm good. I'll just try and ruin your hand in other ways. Any 3 cards. Let's see. So, Xerosic. Right? Yeah. Grabber MEW. Isn't that just good? I mean, then I don't have Defiance Band. So I'm technically... Oh, I have Quick Search still. So yeah, Defiance Grabber. Xerosic Grabber MEW is so funny. But it just seems good. Just play Turo, he doesn't. He plays Pokebite away. That could be weird. Ring up. Xerosic. To be fair, if you had another Pokemon, I feel like you'd use it. But I don't know. I guess I can Grabber and just seize his hand to see if I want a MEW, depending on what he had. Triple Buddy was insane, by the way, is what my opponent said. Indeed. Xerosic. I'm disappointed this deck needs 3... He discarded 2 Pokemon. Wait, that's interesting. Let me Grabber. Does he have another Pokemon? He has an Arven and a Crispin. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow that at all. That's just too good. Memo. Quick Search is going to find me Defiance Band or Handheld Fan. Let's see. Defiance, he goes up to... He'll be, like, surviving by 10. Which is so weird. I guess I have to go for Defiance. I prefer Handheld Fan, but I think Defiance works well enough. Let's just hope he doesn't put me to sleep, right? Knowing my luck, he will, but... No, he won't. I'm good. Get another Budew in play. We love Budew. Blustery win, 150. If he wants to play jank like this, I'm not going to let him just win easily. Crispin. Ah! Dude had to find the Crispin. Okay. Alright. I swear if I go to sleep. Hey! I do get the KO. Cornerstone's gonna be a pain. How do I best deal with Cornerstone? Probably just, like, handheld fan stuff. Although if he doesn't have bench Pokemon, there's nothing to move it to, so I definitely gotta allow it to be able to be moved for Graph easily. Set up the second Pidgeot now. Because that's just good to have. The good thing is Cornerstone is weak to Budew. The bad thing is I'll be out of Defiance Band at this point. So I can't exactly exploit that. It's okay, though. Just kill my Lodic, right? Yeah, just kill my Lodic. Bye-bye. Did you innovate these tech cards yourself? I, in fact, did, yep. All of them were my own decisions to add to the deck. This entire deck list, I literally, like, thought up at, like, 2 a.m. It just popped in my head, and I'm like, you know what? I should make that. And then I made it, and it was kind of cracked. I'm realizing maybe I could have set up another Pidgeot or something. It would have been better. I don't know. It's alright. Let's see. Okay. I definitely like the idea of getting Handheld Fan on Zard and just moving energy to his bench for Rigoraph aggressively. But that still feels weird. Vessel, yep. Let's see. Pokevital A is also annoying. This is just bulky. That's so impressive. Thank you. Patch. Well. Let's start fanning him. Right? If I fan enough energy off, maybe he starts missing attacks. Quick search for the handheld fan. Yeah, is Turo in deck? No, of course not. Discard, maybe? No, of course not. Iono. Give you a 3-card hand. Sure, I'm not damaging you, that's fine with me. Fezandipiti's interesting. Full Arrow is actually kind of cool. But it does also have an ability, so I mean, it doesn't actually do as much as I'd like. No damage, that's fine. This is probably not a very good matchup for me, but if I make him hit into fan enough, in theory, he could be in trouble. He's also down 2 Crispin, which is nice. Just keep hitting into fan. Eventually, you'll run out of energy, right? Because you're going to have to hit into it, like, 3 times, and I can always choose a fighting as well. Which is just even better. Wait, he only plays 2 fighting energy, wait. If I just move both fighting off, Cornerstone can never attack again, really. Yeah, because he only plays 2 fighting energy. So this is actually pretty good position, surprisingly. Probably get, like, a Super Rod. Give me back a Budew and some energy. Might as well. Budew. Fire. Fire. Does he even have an attack this turn? I don't even think he does. Burning Darkness for nothing. Also, I'm going to always have him deck out before me. If he's going to win by deck out, that's not going to work either. In fact, I could deck him out. Yeah, I could easily deck him out with, like, Xerosic. Crispin. For his last fighting energy, does he play Energy Switch? No, he doesn't. He hits into me, he loses his last fighting. And that just seems huge. Now his last fighting energy's gone. Now if I kill for Rigoraph, that does allow him to get access to more energy, so I gotta be careful. Let's see, I'm currently one-hitting for Rigoraph. If I do that, he can... Let's see, how many Super Rod does he play? Let's see, actually, how many Night Stretcher? No Night Stretcher. How many Super Rod? He plays 1 Super Rod, and it's already in the discard. I think that's his only recovery card for energy. Therefore, I can safely kill for Rigoraph right now. And he will not be able to recover any more energy. And therefore, he will not be able to do, like, anything. Because I can just Budew for the rest of the game until I win. I can see try to set up another attacker while I'm Budewing him. But if he tries to set up any other attacker, I'm Gust knocking that out by setting up another Zard. Which I'll work on now. Might as well. Burning Darkness for knockout. He did rob the second one back. The second... what? Fighting? The second Cornerstone? He's out of fighting energy. He cannot attack with Cornerstone anymore because he is completely out of fighting energy. So I don't need to worry about that because he only plays one Super Rod. He can't attack with Cornerstone ever again. So any win conditions he has based on attacking with Cornerstone will not work. He has to set up something else that can attack other than Cornerstone if he wants to win. Handheld Fan is crazy! Mimikyu. That's just a wall, but it can technically attack. How many Psychic Energy do you play? Plays 3 Psychic. Oh, but Mimikyu goes to effects, actually. Well, Mimikyu's slightly annoying. Let's see. What's the best way to deal with Mimikyu? I mean, just kind of kill it, I guess, is the best way. Which, the best way to kill it is Charmeleon, because Charmeleon doesn't take effect attacks. Did he evolve from Charmeleon, though? Ah, he did. So actually, he's gotta die if I want to be going after Mimikyu with Charmeleon. Having Turo Prize is annoying. What's his A-Spec? His A-Spec is, Pokevital A, like the healing A-Spec. Quick search. Let's see. Did I find Turo? I did find Turo. Okay. I didn't know if I did. Probably just Turo into Budew, right? Or, yeah, Turo into... I could technically wait a turn to Turo as well. Although then he could just retreat and attack, so I probably do have to Turo this turn. I just don't like that I'm not fully killing the Mimikyu, but that's probably okay. Turo you. Bring up Budew. If I put you down, you're an easy Gust target, but you could also just be evolved up to a new Zard. And then you're not an easy Gust target anymore, so that's probably okay. Budew for 20. Great. This is going really surprisingly well. Probably you hear noise in the background. I think the dog's freaking out because family just arrived home. Yeah. Arven. Yay. What does he get? Don't think I care too much what he gets, honestly. Counter Catcher and Counter Gain. Passes. If he's trying to do some kind of Counter Catcher style shenanigans, it's not gonna work. I think I just like go after a Mimikyu and start hurting it. Which does require boss, but that's fine. I can Candy Zard now. Set up my whole board with like max energy. I guess the Zard won't be fully powered yet. But I do have ways to get recovery and do that easily. He doesn't like play Erica or Flute, right? Does he play Flute? Let me check to make sure he doesn't play Flute. Flute. He did not play Flute, so I can just set up Zard with little worry, right? Yeah. And also I just can Pal Pad back Turo later. Candy to Zard. I guess I could be careful with my energy. He's definitely going to try and Gust stall me here. That's expected. So I could try to be at least weary of that possibility. Because he's probably going to try and Gust my Zard. But the fact I'm expecting it makes it so it probably doesn't hurt quite as bad. Boss the Mimikyu. Retreat to the Charmeleon. And Combustion for 50. Now, he's gonna Counter Catcher, most likely. He's gonna Pokebite away as well. Okay, sure. Yep. Ghost Eye cannot damage Charmeleon because it's an effective attack. Which means I'm still in a great position. Haha, no damage! Oh, I guess that was rude on it. It's fine. Combustion. because Melian does not take effects of attacks, therefore Ghost Eye can't hurt it. Let's finish off the Mimikyu! Also, I'm still not even considering that he decks out for me, so that's crazy too. Ooh, he does Gust, that's expected. Now Zard's getting Turo'd though. Now Zard's definitely getting Turo'd. Oh, I guess I have to Pal Pad in order to Turo it. So I guess I'm going for Night Stretcher because I didn't take the time to get Pal Pad set up. That's alright. Oh, I can get double turbo. I don't need double turbo. Retreat. Off the double turbo. Charmeleon. Combustion. For knockout. On the Mimikyu. Ah. I love having Zard actually be good in the wall for once. That seems unusual. But like, Zard being able to beat wall was just cool. Now what does my opponent do? Deck out? Maybe? Or just sit there painfully with a cornerstone? Because if we're winning by deck out, he decks out before me every time. Because Xerosic is just insane. I could also just go into Budew, but in turn. Let's see, actually, what is his Gust? He plays 2 boss. How many bosses is he down? He's down 1 boss, so he could try to stall me again. But only 1 more time. And if he does that, I can go for Turo. So actually, I can retreat to this safely because I can go for Turo if he tries to stall me. Quick search for the Pal Pad. I'm realizing I actually shouldn't have done that yet, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, because I might want to Pal Pad back different things. Like, it might want to be a Turo or it might want to be a boss. He concedes. I'm actually shocked this Arcade wall. But it worked. Doesn't help when you open Girafarig, as my opponent said. Alrighty. True. My list is insanity. Oh, Handheld Fan actually was insane. I think Handheld Fan won. Okay, that was crazy. But yeah, definitely. I think if this wasn't open list, I lose. Ah, that makes sense. This is also somewhat built for post-row. Excuse me. Alright, next match probably starts soon. There's like, what? Oh, there's 9 minutes. That's actually faster than I expected for fighting against wall. But yeah. My opponent said the list is great in the poll, even in this format. That makes sense, actually. Alright. Well, good luck to him. 4-0! I think it's 8 rounds, right? So I have to, what, go, like 6-1-1? Yeah. Or 6-0-2. I can double ID if I need it now. But yeah, 6-1-1 should be what I need. I'm actually check their Discord server just to make sure that I have the number of rounds correct. Alrighty. Alright, yeah, let's see. I think they announced it was 8 rounds, but I don't know. I don't actually know what they say. This card healing 60. Pokemon. What? So this card heals 60? Is that a glitch? That's such a strange glitch. So it's like, bro won the 100-0 matchup, and I'm like, yeah. 99-1. Bro hit the 1%. Handheld Fan goes, I'm talking to, like, some testing people. Also, ignore the, name of the Discord channel. But yeah, I know the player I just beat. Insane lore? I thought you knew about it. I thought he knew about it. It's crazy how much I've been fighting people I know recently. Guess a lot of the people I test with are similar skill level, so I often fight them around similar points. Alright, standings. Let's look at the metagame some more. It's crazy how Cloth Trap goes to the second most popular deck. That's kind of insane to me. Cards. Budew and Cloth is kind of scary, but I guess it isn't horrible. It's just if they can stop you from poffing and you don't set up, yeah, that's pretty scary. Because that makes it easy for them to donk you, going second. If they miss a donk, they just item lock you, and then you can't set up anyway. So they still donk you. Also, maybe actually gives the deck some kind of comeback potential, because it has, like, none. Probably only half play Blood Moon. Also interesting to see quite a few claws starting to play Monkey Dory. But if you poison yourself, it is actually kind of cool. It's also a counter to other Budews. Alright. And next next matchup is in 5 minutes, but what does this deck do turn 1 versus versus turn 1 Budew? So the Pult matchup was the example. My opponent had turn 1 Budew, or early Budew, but I also had turn 1 Budew. Because if I attach Amulet, eventually their Budew kills my Budew, or they go into an attacker and hit. And if they're hitting on my own Budew, I Amulet. What happened, XR? My opponent conceded after I got rid of all their resources. How do we get through Cornerstone? Handheld Fan. Because they only play 2 Fighting Energy, if they hit in a Handheld Fan twice, all their Fighting Energy gets moved to the bench. And then knock out their bench Pokemon, and they were already down their only Super Rod. So they're just out of Fighting Energy forever and can never attack with Cornerstone. Because their A spec is Pokevital A. So they conceded. Well, yeah, that was the final thing, but getting through Cornerstone was a little bit earlier. But yeah, they conceded after I knocked out Mimikyu because I was attacking with Charmeleon. And Mimikyu cannot hurt Charmeleon because damage counters don't work on Charmeleon. So Charmeleon can just freely hit Mimikyu, and Mimikyu can't hurt in return. Which definitely makes it a lot easier. It's actually really quite cool to have this Emiliano. Yeah. Because I hit it, he Pokeball away, then he tries to attack, but it can't do damage. And then I just hit it twice more and finish it off. Forgot Cloth moves the DTE post-rotation. Why'd you put quotes on Cloth? That was weird. Oh, Cloth, because it has a, like, it's not just Cloth, I guess. It does lose DTE. That's definitely terrifying. I can talk about things lose rotation. That's actually a good idea and along the list. So the Dragapult, what I already talked about, the main thing is it loses Lance. And I guess Lumineon and Rotom are also relevant losses. It loses consistency, basically. And especially loses quarter-based consistency. It has to probably rely more on items. Which means my Budew probably is even better against Pole After Rotation. And, Claw, of course, loses DTE. And, like, it loses a Rangaroo V. Which is actually quite relevant. Loses Forest Stone, loses Lumineon, and does lose quite a bit, because it just wants a lot to set up Pokemon in the field, and a lot of those go. Go Dingo! It loses the Palkia, which admittedly not a lot of people are playing today, but it does lose Palkia. I don't know if it loses anything else that's super relevant. Probably loses some, like, smaller consistency cards, but actually this one doesn't lose that much. You just can't play the Palkia build. Although I've seen people with the Bolt build, which is weird. Rhydon loses all the Force of Stone targets, which includes its best way to KO is Zard. That's not it. Which includes its best way to KO is Zard. So now it's going to be very hard to KO Zard. A consistency engine. Of course, the Force of Stone itself is a consistency engine. One of your best attackers. Rhydon loses a lot of things. It loses, like, most of its best attackers and consistency. It loses Pokestop building. Oh, you're right. Yep, that makes sense. So yeah, that's the sketchy thing about Rhydon. It's just losing the majority of its good attackers. Trainer-wise, it's just Force of Stone and maybe some other things, like, I guess, Heavy Ball. But Heavy Ball actually has a replacement next set. So, at least that's good. Metagame. Except is Polt. I already talked about Polt, but this is the non-dust Polt, which I guess still follows similarly. Although that one often plays a lot of Lumineons. Like, Tord played double Lumineon, so losing Lumineon definitely makes that weaker. Drago. I wonder what Drago loses. I don't know. Maybe Drago loses Drago. So, that's not even a thing anymore. Thank goodness. Good riddance. Goodbye. Get out of my format. You should have been gone 3 years ago. You should have never been printed, sir. Lugia? Like, it's fine. I actually, in Silver Tempest, weirdly, I enjoy fighting Lugia, and now I don't. But, like, my list was teched for Lugia, and playing Amazing Rare Raikou against Lugia was fun, because I hit it for lightning weakness. But now it's not. Bolt Pawn, Radiant Greninja. Thankfully, you can replace it with Noctowl. Pokestop. That does not rotate. Cool. And those are kind of the main things. So it just loses consistency, which is great when Bolt is already inconsistent. What does Lost Zone Box lose? Trust. Okay, let's see. Lost Zone Box. Lost Box loses Comfey, Cramorant, Sableye, Radiant Greninja. Who the heck is playing Joltik? It loses Chorus, Mirage Gate, Roxanne, Lost Vacuum. It loses everything. It's just not a thing anymore. Probably because there's not a single card that interacts with the Lost Zone after rotation. So it would be kind of weird to have Lost Box and Sneasler. Oh yeah, Sneasler rotates from Claw. That's actually huge. Calling Claw is a big fraud, yeah. But yeah, Sneasler being lost from Claw is actually quite relevant. Oh wait, doesn't Claw itself rotate now that I think about it? Wait. Yeah, Claw itself rotates. No, it doesn't. I'm just blind. Bonnet doesn't either. Okay, never mind. Claw still exists, but losing Sneasler is actually very bad for Claw. So yeah, that actually could be very relevant to how good Claw is as a Sneasler loss. Gardevoir, well, it loses Kirlia. So that's literally like the entire draw engine of the deck. So I don't know what you're going to try and do without Kirlia. Loses Manaphy as well, which is just annoying. Cresselia goes away. Radiant Greninja goes away, although a lot of people don't play that anyway. So. Aww. This is going to be so useful post-rotation, y'all. I expect So should have gone to the Lost Zone. I agree. But Pokemon doesn't use the Lost Zone like that for some reason. But yeah, this is going to be actually insane post-rotation. Because after rotation, all Pokemon V rotate. And so it basically does nothing other than fade out. It's a fraud for thinking Claw for... Oh, true, because it's Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. I don't know. I guess because it's fighting type, I think of it as having a yellow border. It's whatever. But yeah. Cloth doesn't rotate. I guess I just haven't seen Cloth around until around now. I don't know. It's alright. Control. Loses Rotom, Luxray, Lumineon, Radiant Alakazam, Radiant Serena, all possible Radiants. Not Mimikyu. Loses the Namor. It loses quite a few things. Also, Lax is completely gone from the format. Which I think some people will be happy about this. I honestly I enjoy fighting Lax, but I think there's better ways to design Retreat Lock on deck. I think they should have it where it increases retreat cost a lot. Or something. Honestly, I think they should put block on a block on a stadium would actually be kind of OP, wouldn't it, though? It would be like on an A spec. I feel like they could honestly print Snorlax with a little bit more HP. So instead of like 150, like 180. But then make it have to have a tool for block. Or something like that. So it's the block tool that goes on Snorlax. So you attach the tool to the Snorlax this card is attached to. And it gains the block ability, essentially. Which means you can play around it. Lost Vacuum rotates, but you can play something like Jamming Tower or the new supporter. You're about to put together a Guardy build now for rotation. Yeah, you're not alone in that. A lot of people are trying it because they really want it to be good in rotation. And ultimately it just gets significantly weaker to like a worrisome amount. Like, I would love to, but yeah. I'm surprised round 5 hasn't started. In theory, it would have started by now, but probably a judge call going on. So, that sounds good. Once the judge call goes off, the next round will begin. And I'll probably go 5-0, right? Right? Oh, no. Oh, I'm so glad Lugia is gone. Ugh. It's funny. Oh, we lose everything with yellow borders. Yes, that's true. That is in fact true. Also, this is gonna be the most cursed card. Let me look this up. Choice Belt card. This is cursed. Choice Belt. Look at this. Look at the regulation mark on that. G. Choice Belt got reprinted in Scarlet and Violet base set with a new regulation mark. You may wonder, why is that so strange? It doesn't seem strange, right? Well, I mean, I guess it probably does seem strange, but it's just all these rotate, and yet Choice Belt doesn't rotate. Crossroads Stadium, which blocks retreat because that's where you find Snorlax is? Yeah. But I'm realizing that if you just Stadium for can't retreat, that would be too powerful. You have to have Snorlax being active to use the Stadium. At that point, what's the point of it being a Stadium? I don't know. That seems weird. For a retreat lock Stadium, that doesn't make sense. Like, for something like Hops, at least your opponent could be playing Hops, so the Hop Stadium can help both players. So if your opponent's playing Snorlax, why would the Snorlax be trapping the Snorlax? I don't know, that just seems, for game design, a strange decision. But yeah, Choice Belt isn't rotating, nor is Spiritomb. At least Spiritomb has a fade-out attack that actually has some kind of use outside of shutting down Vs, although very niche. Choice Belt literally does nothing other than being a tool card. But it's completely and utterly useless. Which I guess is comedic. It's a little bit nuts. Okay. So, I'm surprised the next match hasn't started. What the heck? Choice Belt? Oh, yeah. They should update it for Vs and EXs? No, they should not. They really should not. I'm very happy they didn't. There's a reason Pokemon makes it only say Vs and not Rulebox. They do it on purpose. We have Max Belt for EXs and Choice Belt for Vs. You don't need both. River Room with 4 gravities. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Basically. That's insane. But yeah. That is a way. They just put out Jamming Tower and suddenly none of the gravity stones work. But that is funny. Or they knock it out, and then what do? I guess you Roseanne's back some gravity stones. But it's a really funny idea. 4 Handheld Fan, move 4 energy to their bench. I saw someone take a screenshot where they had that. 4 Handheld Fan. My goodness. I'm shocked with the link to this judge call. Here it is, different. Oh, there we go. Here is the time difference screen judge requested. So there is a slow play call, it appears. Or one player is arguing their opponent slow played for the tie. However, my thing is that... Oh, I think he's playing a control deck, that's why. So I guess his opponent was like trying to slow play against control. Problem is these timers alone don't necessarily mean that much. I mean, I guess control is normally the slower deck, but it's like a 5-minute difference. Just a timer alone is sketchy to prove slow play. But it's possible. You'll see, I guess, what the judges do about that. This was still a crazy match. Oh, not this one. Round 2. The opponent is freaking out. Think about it. Still had 10 more minutes to play is what he said, which was also weird when there was less than 5 minutes in the match when I called the judge. So. Alright. Jeez, why is it like not starting? I'm surprised. Not the JG Puffin. Oh, because that's my name? Yeah. I actually, when I first used this account way back on Pokemon Online, and my dad and I actually shared an account, but now this account is fully mine. But it has the same username, and I think it also is connected to my dad's Pokemon Trainer Club. But my dad now has a separate account of his own, and I just use this. But I'm still JG Puffin because of that. It was kind of funny. The origin of his name had nothing to do with Pokemon. Which was weird, but yeah. Let's see, is there more chat about the judge call? No? Guess not? I'm surprised that even after the screenshot, the judges can't, like, speak. Well, okay. They're doing their best. I think they've already got short staff anyway, and there's likely multiple calls, because a lot of people call for slow play at, like, the last seconds. In fact, one tournament says you can't even, like, call for slow play, when there's 5 minutes or less, and really have it work, because that's just hard. But yeah, it does appear that slow play calls are what is taking up all this time. Wow. Alright. Let's go through the other of the meta. To buy time, I was expecting this to have started by now. Okay, first, probably going to start immediately as I speak too. Okay, you can call this an other. It's Terabox. But I guess Terabox is just a box of random things, so I guess it could fit under other. Sure, Terabox is other. Okay, EV Box also could go under EV Box, but it is a box, so I guess boxes often are just other for most boxes, although Pidgeot Control isn't. So, that's interesting. I guess it's just a more common archetype. Terabox will probably have its own thing at some point. Rug Trio Bibarel. Yeah, that fits under other. Not many people play that. It's cool though. Gastrodon's interesting to shut off stage 2 abilities on the bench. Mew. Noctowl. This one is interesting list. I feel like it's really overly thin Noctowl for a Terabox. Slowking is always fun. Just go top card of your deck, and if it doesn't have a rule box, copy its attack. So 330. There's ways to power that one up. Yeah, Curum's the main one. Just snipe 110 to 3 things. Remember, someone was telling me to snipe 110 to 3 things with Curum and then use Devo. And his opponent just lost the game because of it. That was actually the judge of my cut. Another Terabox. Another Terabox. I'm not surprised. Okay, other being the most popular deck actually makes sense when Terabox is this popular. 2 Pikachu is interesting. 2 Budew is also kind of interesting. Oh, this is, what is Dusknoir, Budew, Ursaluna. So you lock your opponent out and just Dusknoir a lot. Okay, next matchup, finally. Pulsard. It is Pulsard. the quest. My opponent might take a sec to show up. He has 5 minutes to check in. And he might take a sec. Simply because, the match started like 10 minutes late, so he just might not be at his computer. He might just like run off somewhere. Ah, nope. All the names I even have somewhat recognition of, I'm not getting rid of. All these go goodbye. My opponent's checked in, and he should accept my request any second now. In fact, I think it's probably smart for me to restart live because of that. Just to prevent, because friend request glitches are somewhat fixed, but they're also not fixed at the same time. Apology for delay, judge call. Oh, I have to verify. Why? Okay. Apparently to send messages in the server. Please confirm you're not I am human. Yay. Apparently to access their Discord server, I have to, do it on another screen. Oh god, I have to enter my password. Thankfully it's on the other screen, and also I don't even know if I remember my Discord password. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually talk in their server. I don't know why Discord does that for new servers. Probably oh, it's probably because all the scammers, they make you verify before you can chat a new server. Oh gosh. Oh yay, I gotta restart the game again. Because live won't let me challenge him. Fun times. Now I can actually get into my match. Wug trio. But yeah. Fighting against Polzard. At least he doesn't have Dusknoir. He doesn't have Radiant Alakazam. He does not have Palucha. 5 Fire, 2 Psychic is also interesting. Lord Eyebrow. Center challenge. Good luck to you. Let's see if he accepts or if he doesn't see it, because live is a client of all time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get out. See if he sent me one. Bro, I think he did send me one. I think he's sending me one at the same time and I gotta restart the game. Alright, I messed my up to cancel or either reason. That one energy, Dragon Energy reprint when? Please after it rotates. Restarting to sing server. Server error. Alright. Lord Eyebrow should be online any second now. I'm not super worried about time, but definitely tough that it takes us like 5 minutes to set up this match just due to live glitching. Because that does eat into our time a little bit. In theory, it's okay though. Like, if we're both 4-0, so in theory that means we both know how to play our decks fast enough. Like, if we both know how to play our decks fast enough, I guess I don't need to worry quite as much. There we go, where is he? Hey! Good luck! There we go! And now into the match. Let's see if I can go 5-0. How many players are in this tournament anyway? There's what? Okay, 155? Cool. Do I want to go first? No! I wanted early Budew. I like how my opponent doesn't play Charmeleon. That feels good. That's interesting. Okay. Feel like I can make that work. It's just weird and sketchy. I have to go into Budew. That's when I know. But how do I do that and set up? Lumineon. So, Lumineon for Arven, definitely. Forest Stone in deck. It is. So I can get... I don't want to have to use Forest, but I think I do, which is okay. Arven for Poffin and Forest Seal. Poffin for Budew. And Manda. Forest Seal. For a Fire Energy. Which is so dumb to have Forest Seal for that, but it's manageable. Attach. Retreat. What are the chances he hits me back with his own Budew, and how much of an issue would that be? I think the answer is low and not a huge issue. Actually, it might not be super low. He only plays one Budew, though, and he has to already have it in hand because he can't just pop in for it. He could also Forest Seal Stone for it, but if he Forest Seal Stone for a Budew, I'm actually fine with that because it means he's using his Forest Seal Stone up. What I do know for a fact is that he does not have a knockout on me this turn. He doesn't play Crispin. He doesn't play Crystal, though Crystal wouldn't help either. So he has no way of KOing my Budew this turn. And he doesn't Budew me himself. Then that is huge because it allows me to get Pidgeot EX set up. Lance. Yup. That is a pretty solid setup, and has an alright chance of finding him Budew, although if he does find Budew, he does have to retreat his Dracloak at least. Does he play Rescue Board? He does play Rescue Board. He did Lance, which means he cannot Arven from a Rescue Board, but he could still possibly from Rescue Board in another way. The fact he only plays one Budew makes it feel pretty likely that he is unable to find it. And even if he does find it, I don't think I have too much reason to be particularly worried. That seems to imply no attack unless he has both Rescue Board and Budew. Thank goodness. Alright. So. I really can't lose Defiance Band, so I get rid of Super Rod and there. It's weird. A Pidgeot. Candida Pidgeot. I love the Charmeleon. Do I go for Poffin or do I just go straight for Xerosic? I feel like I just Xerosic while he has the big hand. Technically, you can knock out my only Charmeleon, but because I play double Turbo Energy, Pidgeot can still be powered up despite that. Which in theory means I'm not in a problematic position, although I don't actually know how to prize that, but... Now I have to discard 9 cards from his hand. Which does feel good. Because in theory, he's going to lose multiple relevant resources. Including, but not limited to, Boss's Orders, Unfair Stamp, Lost... I mean, there's so many things, actually. Lost Vacuum Unit would be relevant. Pollen. Let's see what he discarded off the Xerosic now. Ooh, okay. He got rid of a boss. Which means I'm expecting that I'm not getting bossed here. Which is good, because that means my Charmeleon survives if I'm not getting bossed. Because otherwise there's a technically chance that my Charmeleon would not be surviving here. Now, I assume he has the attack. Although I do not know for sure. I also like how he got rid of an energy. And a Night Stretcher. He only plays... His recovery is a Rod and a Night Stretcher. He's already down a Night Stretcher, which does also hurt his recovery. Low recovery does lead to possible wins by deck out. Now, he does play a Turo, and that is not down. Yep, I expected him to have a Rescue Board. No, he isn't actually hitting an Amulet because I don't have Amulet in play. But that's okay, because I just have Quick Search, which is enough. He Arven's, yep. He's still item locked. Super Rod, Forestall Stone, that makes sense. So he's gonna hit me, he cannot damage my Charmeleon. I love some Dragon card in format, I would actually make Salam. Using Count on 6 so much better, brings Potent Bolt too strong too, yeah. I think it's fine in a format where dragons are a little weaker. F, no Grabber, oh. No, Xerosic's definitely better than Grabber there. No! He did it! Oh, I had someone else do it. You can't hurt the Charmeleon on the bench. Oh, it's the second time that's happened in this tournament where someone thought they could do that and they just can't. It doesn't work that way. Just get, like, I guess I get Arven for the way to set it up. Although I have a Ultra Ball away something. Just because I want the, tool. But if I'm Arvening, I'm having to use Ultra Ball to get the Zard if I'm using Arven to find it, which is just feels awful. But I do really want access to the Amulet. Sadly, I don't think I have the choice, so no Amulet, at least for now. Good thing is I can actually Infernal 1 onto Lumineon, which is not entirely irrelevant, although then I have 1 less energy that I'm having to recover later. But also Pidgeot's a good attacker, so 1, 2. It just seems a little better to go like this. Bro, where is the fire? I'm waiting for the timer to go down because the game's glitching. Timer. Okay. Fixed it. Felt a little bit bad. I'm like having to tell my opponent, hey, sorry that time's taken up. It's just the game's glitching. Oh, I maybe should have tested Defiance Band because actually would have put him in range of Pidgeot. Right now he's not. You can use Band. Yeah, I probably should have used Band. Well, maybe not actually because I can just finish off Zard anyway. Have to go. Will this be on YouTube later? If you go back, it'll be in the live videos page. Correct. Yep, you can watch the VOD later. It'll be under the live segment of my channel page. And yeah, only Guard Trump had Dragon cards. Yeah, that'll be cool. Alright. Yeah, that glitch was a pain. I think my opponent understands I'm not slow playing and that it just won't let me end the action, but it's also interesting how I actually did attach the energy to Lumineon. Like, I attached all the energy and the action wouldn't end. Alrighty. Yep. It's probably going to hit me. And then what do I presume I do? I mean, I could just quick search for Arven. Like, I don't even need to disrupt his hand, really, right? No, I don't. Because in theory, I just win the prize trade without doing anything strange. As long as I get the crystal. Yeah, as long as I get the crystal, I think I just win the prize trade anyway. I guess Briar could be weird, actually. Oh, he doesn't even KO me, right? Yeah. Not yet, but he will soon. Boss is actually a really interesting top deck. I don't like all the damage going on the bench. I do have to Arven, set up Crystal. Poffin is weird. Because Radiant Alakazam, although if you're Radiant Alakazam, he goes straight down to 2, so at least that's good. I still think I have to Poffin for Manders. Or I could just go for, like, Thornton, set up Radzard Gust. And that probably does alright. I do like how doing that allows the Lumineon to just kind of... Actually, that is nice, because it allows the Lumineon to not cause me as many problems by existing. Because right now, the Lumineon being there is just annoying. I'll get the candy ahead of time. Or I'll get the Grabber trying to disrupt in this turn, I don't know. I think Amulet's enough pieces anyway. I don't really care. Grabber. Okay, he doesn't even have it. He has the Arven. Wait. He just has an Arven. That's interesting. Attach. Yeah, I'll go for the Thorton play. Off the Amulet. Wait, does he play Vacuum? Oh, he plays Vacuum. I'm cooked. I didn't realize he played Lost Vacuum. If he lost Vacuums on the Amulet, I could actually be in a really problematic situation. I probably should not have gotten Grabber. Because yeah, he can just Vacuum Amulet and cause me problems. Because he's not item locked. So if he vacuums Amulet, might be cooked. Oh, he's down both Psychic, actually. He's down all his Psychic. And he used Energy Search before Super Rod. I think he just messed that up a little bit. Mis-sequenced. That does actually make it quite a bit harder to set up the attack he wanted to. Recon. Which is better first, Flip the Script or Recon? I think Flip the Script's always better, because one gives you a choice, so if you choose a random before the choice, that just seems better. Because then you can inform the choice based on the random, rather than making a choice, and then the random ends up being like, oh, I made the wrong choice because of what random cards gave me. Definitely seems like a slight issue in mis-sequencing that, over time, we'll probably lose a few games. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fun times. Let's see. Oh, I guess that's why he did that, actually. He wanted to find Stamp and then have Fezandipiti after, I guess. So that actually makes more sense. I'm assuming he's going to try and find Vacuum. If he can. Because without Vacuum, I feel like he's still in a weird position. He's just going to attack into Amulet. Okay. Well, that's huge. That's actually really good. Yay. Get any 3 cards. So, Thornton, what do I already have in hand? I already have the Ultra Ball. Do I have enough energy in deck if I do that? Yeah, I do. As long as I can discard whatever my top deck is. He goes ahead on prizes, so Counter Catcher. And then Rare Candy. Oh, no, I don't even need Rare Candy. I probably need a way to set up Mander, though. So, Poffin? Poffin. Poffin, yep. Poffin. Yay, Thornton Catcher Poffin. Oh, wait. I don't have Radzard in the discard, do I? I have to get Radzard. And so I can Ultra Ball. Oh, Radzard's not there. Oh, shoot. I'm having to Thornton into a Mander. Is there a Mander in the discard? There will be. Thornton. You. Candy, 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 candy. I have to be fast. Okay. Almost cooked myself there. Goodness. Thornton into Charmander. Oh, Charmander dies. I'm an idiot. I screwed it up. Oh no. Let's see. I guess I have to go like Gus Stall, right? Yeah, I have to Gus Stall. And just hope that works. Gus Stall Budew, I guess. I cooked myself so bad. But I mean, he's so low on energy that Gus Stall actually has a pretty good chance of working at least. Oh, I'm so dumb. I could get double turbo and actually hurt the Rotom, funnily enough, if I wanted to, but I don't think it's worth it, so I just Iono. And then retreat to Budew and just Pollen. Oh, I can't even Iono because I already support her. Dagnabbit! I cooked myself so hard. That's alright. I could deck him out and win, is the good thing. Budew for deck out is a very valid win condition. I just messed that up pretty horribly in general. Does he have Turo? If he doesn't, he can Force Heal Stone for it. But, okay, he has Retreat, which is probably even better. Yep. Then he has a Knockout. Then I have to stall him again and hope that wins or something, boss. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Does he play Defiance Band? He doesn't. I mean, it's still technically not over. It's just really bad. But, like, stalling is a valid win condition still. And any win condition I have, I will go for. Gust stall could work. And if it works, it's great. Chances of it working are definitely lower than I'd like. But he is at 1 prize, which makes me feel a lot better about myself, at least. Let's see, retreat to Buddy. Counter catcher. I mean, he can just Force Seal Stone to guarantee Turo, actually. I highly doubt he prizes Turo. So that should just win. Unless something crazy happens. Like he prizes Turo. So let's say he prizes Turo, right? Stop cooking yourself? Yeah. You can throw Quick Search for Poffin? Yeah, probably would have been smarter to Quick Search for Poffin as well. I just played this whole thing wrong. He probably just Force Seal Stones for Turo. But maybe it's prized. It's not on the discard. I know that. Or maybe he doesn't realize he Force Seal Stones, and I lose. In fact, even if it's not Turo, he has enough energy remaining, I think, that he wins with... Actually, no matter what, Quick Search wins the game here. There's no way Quick Search does not win the game here. It's impossible. Because he either has an energy or Turo, no matter what. Because he has 2 in the discard, he plays 7. And he has no Turo in the discard, so he wins 100% of the time here. GG. Good luck in the rest. Alright, I lost my first match, and it's my own fault. But I can still certainly make top cut, so it's probably okay, right? Ah! Oh boy. Happens sometimes, it's alright. I will be right back. I'm back. Definitely just misplayed my last match in a variety of ways, and that happens sometimes. Thankfully, it's an online tournament. The next match will start soon, and I can still very feasibly make top cut. So I'm not particularly worried. Is there even a top cut? Oh, it's only Swiss. I don't think there is a top cut. Oh. It's still possible to win. It is. We'll see. Also, I might get some of these packs. Also, I still have a giveaway going on. I'm surprised no one participating in my Discord server. Guess they can't find the Clodsire that's been in every video and stream. Including this one. But no one pays attention to Clodsire. So, anyway. 1 minuto. Yeah. I'm at least glad I beat the wall. If I had not beaten the wall, that'll be scary. Honestly, I thought wall was an awful matchup, but playing such low fighting energy is good. Actually, what wall list do people play after rotation? That's an interesting thing to check. Because after rotation, I'll be playing a similar list, and I need to know how to beat walls. Let's see, Champions League. Wall. Are you wall? You're wall. They generally play 2 fighting energy, it appears. It's very relevant. My low deck's pretty easy to kill. With Pidgeot EX, and possibly Defiance Band along with it. So I can power up multiple Pidgeot EXs. But Rigoraph is of course a non-issue. Monkey Dory's a slight annoyance. But Cornerstone, well, can be problematic. If I force it to hit in a Handheld Fan enough, I should win myself a game. Because a Lost Vacuum will rotate, therefore, they don't really have a way to remove Handheld Fan unless they were to play Jamming Tower, which would turn it off for 1 turn. Now, I don't think I played my own replacement stadium, but they don't even play Jamming Tower anyway. This one plays 3 fighting energy. But in theory, they are pretty likely to have to hit into my Zard 3 times with the Cornerstone. Or they could technically retreat to a Mimikyu and set that up. And that would work, but also the Cornerstone does have to have something to move the energy too. There has to be a Pokemon on the bench to move it to, which is the weird thing. There won't always be something. Yeah, it appears some play 3 fighting. I don't know. Let's hit this thing. Next match is up. The King of Diamonds. Control! Why do I keep fighting control-based things? Okay, let's see. Open deck list is good for me, at least. Let's see. Do you play Devo? Play Meddling Memo. Devo? No Devo. Cornerstone? No Cornerstone. He does play a Lax. I think I'm favored. Yet Delinquent is here. Love the party emojis. Fighting another control, which is nuts. Oh, if Delinquent, the card was here, that'll be ridiculous for control. This is, okay, Namor's V, what does it do? Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities. Then you should, okay. Then that literally does not matter. Ooh, Buddy's a great start, of course. Yeah, this should be a favorite. Oh, he starts Lax. That's actually very interesting. That's fine, probably. I'm just going to go for the early game aggressive setup. Because this hand very easily allows me to set up. I love the party emojis, whoever's spamming them. Have fun with that. It's weird how that's a feature. It's cool. Luxray, Latios. Latios is weird. Arven? Or Buddy... Grabber's really interesting, right? Because he's never knocking me out right now. I like it. Grabber's kind of fun. The problem is I'm just not setting up anything if I get it. I guess if I'm item locking him, he's probably not setting up anyway, unless he uses Grand Tree. What is his A-Spec? His A-Spec is Luxurious Cape. Wait a minute, he doesn't play Pidgeot. If I item lock him, he can't set up Pidgeot. This is way easier than the other guy I fought. I didn't realize item locking meant he just couldn't set up Pidgeot. Okay, this is significantly better than I expected. Oh, I should have put the Amulet. I should have put Amulet or Handheld Fan in place. Okay. Think once discard special under 2 cards, so bye-bye Fan. Delinquent? That's not what Delinquent does. Am I wrong? Delinquent. Yeah. Discard a Stadium in play. If you do, your opponent discards 3 cards from their hand. So that's not what Delinquent... Yeah, discard a Stadium and then I discard 3 random... Yeah, okay. I thought he might do that, so I'm not particularly surprised. He's probably discarding Rare Candy. Or Amulet of Hope. Or Handheld Fan. Honestly, I messed that up. Now I have to attach Handheld Fan so I can move his energy to his bench. At least that's something I can do to keep myself in the game. Yeah. Fezandipiti is also interesting to put down. Might as well. And Pollen. Now, how many double turbo does he play? He plays 2. 4. Treating to lax. Sounds good. Passing. Could also try and kill me with Pidgeot. Oh, thank goodness. Lumineon, now I get to set up Pidgeot. For Arven. Arven for a Rare Candy. And no Turo. Rare Candy to the Pidgeot. Quick search. Could start setting up an attack. Does he play Thorton? He does play a Thorton. Gotta keep that at least somewhat in mind, but I can go for some kind of grabber play to make it actually not an issue. Probably want to set up another Budew, but I guess I don't need to do that yet, so I can go for this, because I don't think he's going to luck for me. I mean, he might, but it seems like it's not something he's going to do. But if he does, I'm actually going to be down a 3rd candy, which is annoying, but not a mission. Dumb. He meant Ruffian? Okay. Ruffian's fine, though. I feel like playing your supporter just to discard a tool in a stadium, or a tool on a special energy is so weak, especially when post-rotation, they're probably not going to use a special energy around. At least I don't think there will be. I can farm right on Fezandipiti, so that I don't need Boss of the Orders to chase Pidgey. Although I guess I will need Boss of the Orders to get around Lax is the thing. So yeah, but I can still start going for power on Fezandipiti. I just can't use it fully yet. And I would have to Pollen again. This is probably the last time I'm required to Pollen, though. And I can also get another Budew. That one can probably take an Amulet. And Pollen. And then I could, of course, do boss play. But I want to make sure I strip his hand dead before I do so. So I will be going for the Gust play, but not before I completely strip his hand bare of resources. So first card that does that, I'm going to get the Xerosic. Probably, I mean, it's annoying to have to use it turn early. But with the way its hand is currently, it probably is fine. Get rid of 2 things. I just want to make his hand as thin as possible. And then next turn I'll go for the boss play in combination with Grabber. Goes for an Ultra Ball and Mawile. See, that's good. Because the Ultra Ball would be very relevant. That also makes me think he has the Pidgeot in hand, or another Ultra Ball in hand. Next turn, I will be quick searching for Grabber. Depending on what's his hand, I may have to Meddling Memo. But for now, let's see what Grabber ends up finding in his hand. Does he have anything good? He has Wellspring. Okay, he does not have the ability to set anything up with his hand. He does have Arven, but that's fine. Boss has only Pidgey. And retreat to Zard. Patch this ahead of time, and KO. Does he play Vacuum? He does not play Vacuum. Good to know. Brings up Lax. He needs to get down another Pidgey if he wants to do something. Arven. His hand was just so dead. Probably does get stuff in play. Including a Pidgey I'm going to boss. Because the thing is, he doesn't have Candy or Ultra Ball available. Or the tool he got off Arven. For every turn. Okay. Yeah, not having Candy or Ultra Ball is very bad for him. He also didn't have Recovery in hand. He can't even recover a Pidgey if I kill a Pidgey. Fezandipiti is actually scary. It's kind of annoying, yeah. Because technically, with the Fezandipiti, if he's lucky enough, he could get the Thorton play. Although the good thing is, at that point, I'm probably ahead enough on my setup that I'm not as worried about it. So I guess that's good. Retreats to the Luckray. He is going to Thanks Knight. I don't think there's anything in my hand I really care about enough. I mean, he's probably going to get rid of, like, the Iono or something, but that's fine. I have the options. I have a few options this turn. I actually kind of like... okay, I can't quite get the Xerosic Meddling Memo. I think I'm one piece off. I would have loved Xerosic Meddling. I could just use Xerosic, but then he likely keeps just enough pieces. So that ultimately means I am going for the boss on the Pidgey. Which at least means I get to hold on to Forest Sealstone. So that's somewhat nice. And, does it only work on the active? Yeah, it only works on the active. So I'll just hit. Cool. And take a prize. Fire. Cool. Now, I expect he does have the Thorton play to get Pidgeot in play, but I don't know for sure. Even if he does have the play, it's probably fine. You can also boss KO the Latios. I don't think I want to do that. His Pidgeot. Also, even prize trade, I can just go 2-2 anyway. Like, I can do that next turn because he has so many important Pokemon in the discard. Or, sorry, he has so many important Pokemon in play that I can just go boss on 2 prizers anyway. But disrupting his Pidgeot means he also can't, like, go for some weird disruption on me. Because disrupting me could be a problem. And so I like preventing that possibility. Also, this is not evolving Milotic EX. He only plays a Baby Milotic. Which the Baby Milotic does shut off my Pal Pad, actually. No, never mind. It shuts off Turo. Your opponent's Pokemon in play and all attached cards can't be put in. Okay, it just shuts off Turo. That's fine, actually. Brings up Lax. Nest Ball. It's not getting a Pidgey. I mean, probably getting someone else, of course. Good to know his hand's that dead. Has he used Flip the Script yet? Passes. Okay. I could boss Latios for 2 prizes if I would like. Or I could try to go for some kind of Xerosic play, but I feel like just bossing Latios is fine. You try and trap Lumineon. Which is an argument that I have to get it out of play. Is Collapsed Stadium prized? Or there it is. I think I have to get Collapsed Stadium because Lumineon getting trapped is a very easy lose condition for me. And I would prefer to have absolutely no large lose conditions such as that. So the more lose conditions I can mitigate, the better. And that is one lose condition I can probably mitigate pretty easily. I was expecting that. That's okay. Oh, I should have used Forest Sealstone first. I did mess that up, actually, that I didn't use that. I'm not worried about it, but it was a mistake. Because I had Forest Sealstone, I should have used it before removing Lumineon to get, like, Pal Pad and set up. But I'm probably alright. So yeah, I can quick search for Pal Pad anytime. Nothing can be stalled, really. I mean, things can kind of be stalled. Like Budew, you can kind of half stall. But if you have to stall Budew, I still am hitting you over and over again. And you might actually deck out if I do that. Also, how many Pal Pad does he play? Plays 3, okay. How many Silene does he play? 1? That's also good. If I item lock him, he can only use like the 1 Silene. And he can't use Silene to recover Silene under item lock. So if I item lock him, he decks out first, I think. Should have stoned first, though. Correct. Yep, that was a mistake. But it's okay. Ultimately, I don't think it will be a huge deal. It was just a slight oversight. Thankfully, oversights don't directly lead to losses most of the time. Nest Ball? How many Super Rod does he play? He plays no Super Rod. Thornton seems like basically the only way to... Oh, Silene already! Jeez! One heads. Let's see what he gets. What did he get? Ultra Ball on top of their deck. Ah. That makes me think he has Thornton play in hand if he's doing that, right? Because why would he do that if he didn't have Thornton play? I don't think he would. Therefore, that's actually really telling. And means that I should get rid of his hand now. If only that was easy. Meddling Memo is technically away. I'd rather do that along with Xerosic if I could, though. Maybe I just let him get the Thornton play. Like, is it really a huge problem if he gets the Thornton play? Probably not. I could Pal Pad ahead of time, but that just feels weird. I'll take out the double turbo. I don't want to take out Pal Pad because Luxray will be a pain if I do that. Or he'll try and stall, and I won't be able to recover Turo. There's just some weird things that I don't want him to do. Like here, if he Luxrays anything in my hand, I don't care about it. To be fair, stoning first, there's nothing good to stone for. One in the goofy... Shane, I don't think you realize how good this list is. Currently, I'm 4-1. I misplayed my only loss was a huge misplay. I got second at an over 40-player cup yesterday. It looks weird. Then you play it and you realize it works. I have so many viewers come in like, what? But I swear it works. It's just because Amulet searches out any 3 cards. Kind of insane. It's also actually good in, like, control. I literally beat, like, my load at Cornerstone. Is he actually going to take, like, a prize here? He's going to knock out both Budews? That's fun. This Pokemon isn't... Yep. Okay. I'll just take 2 prizes off of you. Or are you going to saw him? Is bro going to saw him? I mean, he might. He might saw him. Okay, he does saw him. Sure. There's so many things that I can do. The easiest is literally just Thornton into an attacker. But also, he, like, can't recover under item lock. He's out of Pal Pads also. And he did get back Silene. Let's see. I can't Turo. Thornton works, though, right? I can get Thornton play ready. What do I be Thorntoning into? Probably just setting up, like, another Zard. Although I don't actually have enough energy to do that, do I? Yeah, that's true. I don't have enough energy. I'll just get, like, another Budew, I guess. It's fine. I'm still damaging him, so I don't really care. No one. DTE, nah. No, don't worry. He still decks out before me, as well. Just gotta make sure the match finishes in time. Oh, he's Xerosic? I play my own Xerosic as well. But yeah, I guess it's a mistake to picture things. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah! Pretty easy choice. Well, actually, I'm thinking I could go for, like, a Thornton to set up a Pidgeot EX. I didn't actually consider that. Bro, the game won't even let me click on my discard now. Oh, there we go. Because, yeah, I'm realizing I could have actually gone for Thornton to set up Pidgeot EX, and then attack with the double turbo, but if I Pollen, it's probably not a huge deal anyway. And I do have my own Pal Pad for my own Xerosic to do exactly what he did to him. To me, back to him. And eventually he will have to penny. How many penny does he play? He plays 2. And, I mean, he has, like, 1 Silene to recover them. Penny, yep. He uses it earlier, actually. But he's gonna bring up, like, Luxray? And he's gonna retreat back into Wellspring? Bro, no way. Okay. Lose more resources, why don't you? Fine with me. You're decking out before me, dude. You're decking out before me. This won't work for you. Pollen. We got over 10 minutes left in the match, so... Haters gonna hate Shane, exactly. But no, I know Shane. Who was at the cup, Lamau? Shane. I fought against... You actually know some of the people, because you know some of the locals. I fought against Harrison. Actually, Harrison was my loss in the finals, although I didn't play optimally, but I won against Mike Morton. I won against Evan Bryant. In top 8, I forget... Sorry, I gotta keep attacking. In top 8, I forget who I fought, but it was another good player, who's known well. And it was over 40 players as well, with a lot of good players. So, and I know you recognize some of those names, Shane. The hater's gonna hate, but hating might not always be the truth. Pollen! Eventually I'll draw a Pal Pad, and I'll probably use it. Get that Xerosic and something. I guess I could Super Rod just to fill my deck with Pokemon, actually, now that I think about it. Right? Just make my deck thicker. Or I could just hold it. And use it later. I mean, it's... Yeah, bro, I was top 5 in the world last season, little bro. Yeah. Shane, you are also a senior, but yeah. Good job, Shane. I hear that a lot from you in person, so I think basically 90% of the Earth population knows that at this point. Who is Dr. Alfred, LOL? Random Aw. He's one of my locals. I've actually got a lot of viewers who I know locally, but some I don't. And those are the best ones. Because they enjoy my content, not because it's me, but because the content itself is good. So I'm glad. Oh, man. Just pollinating Sob. And then I go back with pollen. Eventually I will Xerosic. Let's see, how many Ionos does he play? He plays 1 Iono. Not in the discard. I don't know when the best time to Xerosic is. Oh, I guess when he has a low amount of cards in deck, to the point where... I just don't want him to, like, Iono a huge hand. But I guess that's not even a huge issue if he does that. Pollen. Also, I was thinking, oh, eventually I could have a problem if he goes into Luckray, like he pennies into Luckray or something. But that's fine. Actually, I just use Xerosic when I top deck it. That's when I use it. Xerosic I use when I top deck it, otherwise I don't need it. Although I can Super Rod it. Oh, Thornton's okay. What is he doing with Thornton? I'm from England. Cool. Imagine being a Locks player, looking at me. You're not. You played one time and went 5-0. Shane, I know another time when you didn't go 5-0 because you and I fought in Swiss. And I won against your Snorlax Zard, so... May have gone 5-0 a lot of times, but... I know at least one time you didn't. Doop-a-doop. Pollen. I keep going until I top deck Xerosic, I feel like. Or I could quick search for it if his deck gets thin enough. But otherwise, I can just hold his hand. Maybe. Remember the one where both you and your brother played Snorlax, Shane? And I also fought against your brother twice, once in Swiss and once in Top Cut. Now I can retreat into Zard for the KO. No, I can't retreat into Zard. You realize my retreat cost. Like, I can't retreat, just period. Because Sob says I can't retreat. That's like the whole point of what he's doing. If I had the option to retreat, I would have done that a long time ago. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sounds like Shane is a tryhard. Yeah, Shane's a tryhard for sure. I got cooked by the go. Yeah. I mean, he's fun sometimes, but definitely he's... I guess he's like the average senior. Really competitive, which is fine. You know, I was a senior once too. Just came back from UIC. How'd you do, Shane? Okay, first of all, how'd you do? Second of all, what did you play? I think that's an even funnier question. Why do you have to hit double heads on Silene, sir? That's just lame. But yeah. I'm interested how you did and what you played. 120 points and 30 sparks booster box. Nice. So, top 32? Not just retreat, bro. What are you cycling for? Penny and Xerosic. That makes sense. However, if I Iono him now, Xerosic, or I guess I could Xerosic myself. Let's use my own Xerosic right before he uses his. Right? Yeah. I guess I could have waited, but I don't know. I guess just thinking I see his Xerosic, I use mine. Doesn't really matter though. Opponent selecting card from their hand. Eventually it could go into Chi-Yu, but I don't think it actually does that much because I can just start actually doing a lot of damage. Also, I think he put Penny over top of Xerosic, right? Yes, he put Penny over... No. Okay, that's interesting that I had it in that order. But that's not the order that it looked like it was. You. Definitely you and you. You. Yay. We're not pennying this turn, at least. Sob, aw, so sad. I can Iono him. Draw him even deeper into the deck. He does have his own Iono. Chain is a cool one. Caleb, you know you can't solve a Charmeleon? Oh, yeah, that actually is true, because it can affect him in attack. That's kind of cool. Dragapult, Zard, Pidgeot, me, and David played the 6-speed. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Dragapult, Zard, Pidgeot is very interesting. I'm surprised he didn't play some kind of, like, wall. You play a lot of wall decks. But, sounds good. Okay. He is going to deck out, but we also have 6 minutes, so it better happen within the 6 minutes. I give him time to think. For this turn. But he can't do slow actions, for sure. Penny, that makes sense. Probably going to Chi-Yu. Unsurprisingly. Now, he is down all 3 Pal Pads, correct? Correct, and he is down Silene. Therefore, he has no more support or recovery, even if I hit him. However, I still don't hate the idea of using Pollen for 1 more turn, because it puts him in range of knockout anyway. And also bring up the one to fan is fun. But yeah, now he's in range of knockout. I think he's out of pennies, or maybe he has 1 more. He does have 1 more penny. You could technically penny again if you wanted. Oh, Burberry Charm. Okay, that was a mistake, actually. Oops. That's alright. Is he gonna retreat? No, he's gonna Jealousy Send. Okay, I messed up a little bit. Let's see. How many ball? How many gusts does he have remaining? I don't know. Treat. To you. Definitely should just hit with Zard. I didn't actually consider that. Arctic FN has LR. Caleb, what is the play for Atlanta? What I'm playing right now, but of course a post-rotation build of it. But what I'm playing right now seems good for Atlanta. Okay, Jealous Singe. I can knock him out. I don't know if he's gonna deck me out though. My deck's actually really thin. If he can get another one back in play, I don't think he can get another one back in play. At least not immediately. Burning Darkness. But yeah, this is very close actually. And it's kind of my own fault. I probably could have won earlier if I played it a little bit better, but that's okay. Brings up this. Does he even have the Gust to go along with the Sob? He does, yep. Counter Catcher. How many Counter Catcher did he play? He plays 2 Counter Catcher and he's down. 2 Counter Catcher. He's out of Gust, I think. I'm gonna Sob. Yep. I draw a card. I did top deck Iono, which is absolutely huge because it gives me time to stay in the game. Iono. Draw 1 card, and he draws a bunch. Oh my gosh. Itchy Pollen. If I hit him with Itchy Pollen 3 times, he's in range of Zard for game. Pretty sure he's out of pennies as well, because I think he just pennied up. Or no, he didn't. He still has a penny left. I don't know if it's prize, though. I think it is. This is crazy! But yeah, Turo in deck. Gary wins. I've got 3 minutes, so I gotta finish this in 3 minutes. Please, please play Okay, good. I'm glad he's not purposely running down a clock. I didn't expect him to, because I feel like a lot of the good control players just know not to. Not only they know it's rude, but also it just doesn't really help them. But yeah, I think I win with Turo, unless he pennies, which will buy some time. Draw. Please. Please, he concedes. Oh my goodness! So close! And I won! I'm 5-1. Now I have beaten both Wall and Control. My wins are pretty varied, I mean... Cloth. Miraidon. Holt. Dusknoir. Wall and Control, with my only loss being to a Polt I misplayed to, a Polt Zard. So yeah, I've beaten a variety of decks, including Polt, which would seem bad for Zard. So yeah, this is working great. And around a minute and a half to the next match. Yeah. Wow. Going quite well. There's 2 more matches left in the intern. Oh, 7's fifth round. Wait. How many rounds is it? Is it 6? How many rounds? I need to ask how many rounds. Is there 1 more round or 2 more rounds? I feel like Control's surprisingly good for the Zard deck. And Wall's not terrible because of Handheld Fan, which is amazing. It's also just really fun. I don't know. I think I've said this in person, I don't know if I said it on my stream. Hot take is that, fighting Control and Stall are fun. Now, fighting just straight up Wall isn't as fun. Because they don't, like, mess with your resources. But something like Snorlax, where you have to resource manage, and Control, where you have to resource manage, is fun. Because most matchups in the format right now, I don't have to resource manage. I really play Solitaire a lot of the time. I can hurt my opponent's resources, but they're normally not... I'm normally not mattering that much about my own resources, unless I have, like, Ultra Ball with 2 vital things, but... Control's selective targeting of my resources actually makes it really fun to play against, because I actually have to think for once. Same against, like, Lax. Although Control's more fun than Lax to fight. And I guess I myself am now playing a Control-like build, which I guess it follows that if I enjoy playing a Control, I also enjoy playing against it. Never can call the winner. Okay. So they're playing until there's a 6-0 is what it looks like, and that's not going to be me. Sadly. Let's see, what's my win percentage? I'm probably going to be top 4. Let's say top 4. Wait, 4 through 8? Why is it like that? That's a weird way to do pricing. I know there's no top cut, but it's still a weird way to do pricing, but... Anyway, whatever. It's too bad that you kind of have to go undefeated in this tournament in order to win. Since there's no top cut. Since I did lose 1 match due to a silly mistake. And now... I can't win the event, but that's okay. Well, total... Drago. Should be a good matchup. This is the final match, apparently. Already friends. Hey. We fought each other recently. Percentage Challenger. Good luck. Awesome. This is to determine what my placement is. I cannot win, but I can still make top. Final round. Do I want to go first? Of course not. Why would I go first? Now this is likely going to show off what I mean when I say Drago doesn't care about Budew as much as people think it does. but it also depends. Also, depends if I can get Budew. This hand is weird to get a Budew play. It ranges from very difficult to just not possible, this hand. I'd like to have to be like Ionoing to try and find it. Which does feel bad. If I top deck Fire Energy, I'm good. Or a Poffin. Or an Energy Search. Or maybe even an Ultra Ball could work. There's a lot of things I could top deck that let me get the Budew. But I gotta top deck one of them. Nothing else, just a Teal Dance. No, pass. There we go. Huge. Alright, bro. Well, just talking about it. Card Lumineon. Let's see. That does in fact allow the Budew play, weirdly. Because like an Arven, or a Poffin and a Forest Seal Stone. Poffin for a Budew and Mander. Put down Lumineon. So find myself, I mean, lovely another Arven. Catch Forest Seal. Use Forest Seal for a Fire Energy. Could get the Energy Search, but I like having that for later. Attach, Retreat, attach Amulet, put down Skibidi, Itchy Pollen. Oh, I probably shouldn't have put down Skibidi because I've actually went on Ultra Ball away to set up Pidgeot. Yeah, that was actually a mistake to put down Fezandipiti because there's a good chance I would prefer to Ultra Ball it this turn, and now I can't. Most likely, it's not a huge problem. But, oh, Jamming Tower. Oh, okay, he owned me anyway, so I guess actually it's fine. Jamming Tower is kind of annoying. I don't like that. I'm annoyed it's in his starting hand. Like, he just straight up had it. Like, really, bro? He had Legacy Star just to get the energy and the discard, though. Because I guess he really cares about killing my buddy right now. Which does make sense, but... definitely feels good that he has to use it up. Okay. He gets to knock me out, and my tool does not activate. But I'm sure it's what he was looking for, but now Fezandipiti likely just finds me everything. Bring up the Charmander. Bring out Charmander. Bring out Charmander. Poffin. Or Charmander MEW. And then Flippity, Scrippity. Heck yeah. Arven. Or Ultra Ball. And a fan. Ultra Ball. Charmander Energy Search. For Pidgeot. Candy U. A Quixoch. For a Yaw. Candy Yaw. What else did he get off Legacy Star? I actually didn't see what the other thing he got was. Infernal Rain for 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. I guess I didn't need to put that down because Jago couldn't utilize it. What is the other thing he got off it, actually? He got an Energy Switch. I know he has an Energy Switch in hand now. Is it just better to give him a new 8-card hand? Either way, it's 8 cards, which is bigger than, of course, I'd like it to be. But maybe it's a worth 8 cards, right? Or I could save it to go with a Xerosic, and that might just be better. I think I will save it to go with a Xerosic next turn. Because next turn I can Xerosic Memo. In theory. Now, it also depends on how set up his hand is, but, I mean, Either way, he most likely has research. Like, putting the Energy Search on the switch on the bottom doesn't seem huge. Just seems expected. Yep. Get those cards. Fill your hand up as much as you can so I can tear it apart. Because the bigger your hand is, the easier it is to just ruin it. You're going to need a lot of tail masks, but you probably could find it. Although you're down 3 grass energy, which makes it harder. I also like that if he kills me, he activates Fan and loses an energy. Ultra Ball? Give it to Iono and Buddy? What are you getting, sir? Very interesting. Poked. Makes sense. God, I have a way to discard it. How many Ultra Balls is Bro down? He's down 2. How many Vessels is Bro down? Actually, those are all the trainers in the discard, never mind. So, he's down no Vessels. What, double Energy Switch attach is what he needs? Does he have it? And if he has it, like, he doesn't even kill my Zard, is a crazy thing. I mean, Prime Catcher could get, like, a Gust Fly, but since Drago's in the active, that's also just a lot harder to pull off. Oh, Jamming Tower actually does mean that the Fan isn't doing anything. I didn't actually think about that, but that's okay. I'm willing to bet he does not have attack. He's losing energy. A lot of energy anyways? Yeah, exactly. Seems like no matter what, he's in a very sketchy position right now. Energy Switch, number 1. Probably Energy Switch number 2. Or Ultra Ball, okay. Did you put a Prime Catcher? Holy. That's crazy. Have you flip the script yet? He has. Okay, he gets Tina? Wait, is he gonna, like... Why did he get rid of Prime Catcher, though? Research? Jeez, okay. He had to research. I'm glad I can give him a new hand, then. And uses all his resources for that attack. That makes me happy. Because, I mean, now I just KO him in return. He takes, what? Yeah, I'm doing 270. But with a Defiance Band, I'm KOing. Apex Dragon. Although, actually, he's not even killing this guy. I just realized that. He's probably taking, like, 1 prize here or something. And then I just Fezandipiti or something. Take 2 more prizes. Gus probably kill Mac, actually. 6 on Mander. Sure. Could also just hit his active, but I think I do Gust. Try to kill Mander. I still got Radzard available, though. You can also just Iono and say, hey, I'm going to find Charmeleon off the Iono, but... No, let's just go for boss. Radzard plays too good anyway. Probably go after Dippity. It's just slightly more consistent for him. You can both die, technically. It's not an issue, though, is it? Like, if they both die, is that actually a problem in any way, shape, or form? I don't think so. I do want a Pal Pad back, like Arven, and I guess a boss. I don't know counter catchers in deck, actually. I'm not paying enough attention. Probably not boss, but it's okay. So both Budew, Charmander, and Zard all die. That should be fine. Because then I just need, what, Radzard and Gust. How many Ionos? He probably plays 3, he's down 2. He could Iono me. So 2 cards. The good thing is I have flipped the script, which helps a lot. His own Radzard. If he uses that, that doesn't do much at all. He could use it. I'm assuming he's just going to take as many prizes as he can. Which makes sense. How many fire is going to be down in a sec? He's going to be down a lot. Oh, he's going to be down even more grass, though. Crazy. Because honestly, I could even just stall Radzard and say, you're not going to be able to find your 3rd fire under item lock. If I really brick hard enough, I can do that. Vessel. Oh, if he puts it in hand, I could even be Iono away or something. Or he could just get a hit. He plays grass. I wanted to attach the grass ahead of time. Because that would just, like, almost run him out of grass if he teal dances. Yay! So he's got all his fire down. And all but one of his grass down. I don't know. It's expected. Biggest problem is I don't have the energy, but Night Stretcher should make that easier. Candy's interesting, because that also allows a Thorton ply. Which wasn't the original plan, but could work. Definitely, I feel like if she just misses it, I just Iono. Or something. He used Legacy too, yeah. Plus 9 to boss prize, yeah. Alright. So we're going down to 1 prize here. Also, he only vesseled. Oh, no, he vesseled with 2 energy, actually. How's he spreading it? Time to see. That was expected. Takes 4 prizes. Gravity Gemstone would be great here, actually. Gravity Gemstone would probably seal deck out, but I don't have Gravity Gemstone, so I gotta play something else. Which is okay. This is still winnable. Oh, that's actually not a bad pull. Script! Wait, I just have it, right? Ultra Ball. Grabber. Budew. Radzard's in deck, right? Yes. Radzard's in deck. Night Stretcher back of Fire Energy. Put down Radzard. Catch Fire. Quick Search. 4. Counter Catcher. Retreat. 2 Radzard. Counter Catcher. Teal Mask. Combustion Blast for 500 for game. There we go. Victory is mine. Haha. So I don't think I win the tournament, but I'm certainly gonna be like I'm likely 3rd, maybe 4th. Actually, let's see the standings before this match. I would consider 9th. Now let's compare my win percentage. More people ahead of me. Okay, pairings. Let's see. Who did I fight against? I fought against Waltoad. Oh, right. Okay, so I beat that guy. Cool. So I don't have to care about him. These 2 are sketchy. Let's see. Pairings. So Lord Eyebrow won his match. Where's Lord Eyebrow? He was slightly above me. But he has multiple opponents that dropped. How many do I have that dropped? I have less that dropped. So in theory, I should be above Lord Eyebrow now. Okay. Pairings, we'll see. He starts playing on Vante. Where's Vante? He was also very slightly ahead of me. Also multiple opponents that dropped. Oh, actually dropping locks and record in place. But they did drop with weak records. Let's see Lord Eyebrow if they drop with weak. Yeah, they dropped with overall weak records. Pairings. Map and Pokemon. Okay, so first Map and Pokemon Dan. Pokemon Dan is very slightly again above me. Map is below me. Cool. You and Casbell. I want you to win. I don't want Casbell to win. Okay. So there's a very good chance I'm in the top 4. How's it going? I had to search for my neighbor's dog who escaped in the woods. I'm 6'1", and there's no top cut. I'm not sure my exact placement. It's very weird to me how 3rd, 4th is put with the rest of top 8, which is interesting. It's like podium and then no band. Band? Oh, the Defiance Band for win the game? Is that what you're talking about? That was like a while ago. Alright. Anyway, I actually need to walk the dog. You know what? I'll make a community post, later if I can. I don't know, community posts are weird on my device, but I'll try, or at least I'll announce on my Discord server, where, my placement ended up being. So y'all can know, but I think I'm gonna end the stream now. I know for a fact I am in the top 8. It's very possible that I'm in the top 4, or maybe even 3rd. But I enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all did too. And I will see y'all later. And if you enjoyed, maybe, watch another video or watch my previous stream with a similar build to this. Goodbye.